Boys in the back. Boys.
What is good? We are back with another episode of The Boys in the Back. This time, August 7th, a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in New York City. I am one humble third of The Boys in the Back. Connor Brooks joined alongside me. As always, my man, the myth, the legend, the executive. is what they're now calling him, Mr. New York Rick, Eric Jackman. Frankie back there. How we doing, Frankie?
Great, man. Thanks for asking.
That may have been your longest answer in Boys in the Back history.
Ever.
You sound excited, man.
Is it a thing where like Frankie needs to warm up? I don't know what it is, but every time we like toss to him and it's cold, we get nothing. We get absolutely zero. He doesn't bring anything to it.
He's got to rev.
I don't stand for this slander.
You got to rev up. Okay.
I like this, man. I'm buzzing today.
I'm buzzing too.
We've got quite a bit to get into. It's kind of the week before. The week before
it started
everything
already.
goes down in Chicago. I mean, it actually literally is the week before. It's just one week away. Next week we'll get UFC 319. We'll get into all of that. Big show, quite a bit to talk about. TV rights deal, Khamzat and DDP doing a little bit of a media tour. Conor Ben calling out Ariel UFC Apex 109 going down this weekend. But before we get to any of that, we got some breaking news this morning out of Brazil. Charles Oliveira will be returning to his home country of Brazil to take on Rafael Fiziev in a fight night on October 11th. First, ran out of breath there. Thanks, Frankie. Ran out of breath there. Thought I could do it on one gas. First reported by Laerta Viana MMA. So Charles Oliveira, just 39 days after being knocked out by Ilia Topuria, gets his next fight announced. You can see it right there. Charles Oliveira, Rafael Fiziev in Rio, October 11th, a fight night, which is shaping up to be a completely stacked month. But this is going to be Oliveira's first fight in Brazil since 2020 when he took on Kevin Lee right as the pandemic started. And this is also his first fight that isn't taking place on a pay-per-view since that fight night.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of I get it. It's a little bit of like a returning to the roots of Charles Oliveira. I get wanting to headline a fight night in Brazil. You talked about that fight against Kevin Lee. That was the birth of the blonde Oliveira that then went on to go on that magical run and become the champion. I like the idea of Charles kind of resetting with a fight night headliner. And this fight is an incredible one for him to be able to do that with. I think Fiziev is an extremely exciting fighter. We talked about it ahead of the Gaethje matchup. Like, people were kind of sleeping on this guy for a long time. And I really think that they can have an exciting fight that will propel one of them back into title conversations now. It's kind of funny that on the heels of Fiziev's loss, he was talking about 145, and now it's just like 155. Like, he's not going to 145.
Yeah, he gets a big win against Ignacio Bahamondes.
And now he's fighting Charles.
And now he's fighting Charles Oliveira, which would propel him immediately into the top
right
five
back in.
Of the division. I am with you. I mean, if you look at Charles Oliveira's last few fights, Ilia Topuria, obviously, at International Fight Week, loses that one, going for a title. Understandable, incredibly tough matchup. Michael Chandler gets the win there. Arman Sarukian, number one contender, loses a split there. Beneil Dariush gets a win there. And then before that, Islam Makhachev, again, trying to get his title back after missing weight at UFC 274. Unsuccessful there. So, like, we've had a couple shots at the title. Number one contender. We came up short, but we're still the upper echelon of this division. We can beat the Beneil Dariush's. We can beat the Michael Chandlers. I like this. A Fiziev fight, it's going to be a banger. I mean, Charles Oliveira is only in bangers. Fiziev is down for the scrap as well. And Charles Oliveira released a video this morning announcing the fight and also saying this is what he requested. He wanted to go back to Brazil. It's important for him to fight in front of his home country.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, as I said. Like, this is a good opportunity for him to kind of write that course. As you've been talking about, it's been a little bit of mixed results against the highest tier, coming up short, against that like next tier being successful. It's important to kind of understand now at this point in his career, and he's been fighting for a very long time, where does he rank in this division and where does he stand? I think this is a perfect measuring stick. And for either man, whoever is victorious, it propels them right back into that title conversation. So good matchmaking, makes a lot of sense as a location. The coming back, relatively soon after getting knocked out by Ilia, I don't know how to feel about that one. I guess it really depends on the fighter. Sometimes we see people come back and they look fantastic. Sometimes we see people come back and they look like they probably should have taken more time off. Charles is going to be the one to know that. I think he will be energized for this one. I also don't think he's obviously at as great a risk of that knockout as he would be with Ilia Topuria. Certainly, don't get me wrong. I think Fiziev can knock people out, but Ilia Topuria, that is his main method of winning fights. He is putting people to sleep. So I think it's coming back to a good, hopefully and likely to be entertaining fight, and one that has some stakes that could really put either of these guys back in the title picture.
Last time he was knocked out before the Ilia Topuria fight, Paul Felder in 2017.
Holy shit, yeah.
And that was his last run before he started the title run.
Yeah, wow.
His last loss before the title run. So yeah, that's incredibly exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. I, for one, also I do love how Fiziev's going from Baku, gets the home crowd, and now he's going into enemy territory. He will not be the fan favorite in that one. I guarantee it. I did want Max versus Charles. Obviously, we're now getting that now. Not getting that now. So I am curious as to what they do. It's sort of like right now. It's like Patty, Gaethje, Arman, Max. What do they do with each guy?
Kind of like
Hooker,
in that convo.
And then Topuria is obviously the champion reigning over them. I'm very interested to see how they matchmake them because I never saw this one coming. So my guess is as good as anyone's of what they're going to do next.
Yeah. You can't kind of go wrong with any of those permutations, even if you end up doing Max versus Justin. I mean, the first one was fun enough. And look, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's a lot of people signing up and clamoring for it because of how definitive it kind of was. Max was cruising by the end of that fight and then had that incredible knockout. But it's a good fight. I don't necessarily think that Justin Gaethje couldn't be better in a rematch. So I say all that to say that might be like the least attractive option, but I'm fine with any of those permutations of how they shake out.
Ilia Arman, Max Patty.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Justin Hooker, Gaethje Hooker.
Fucking great. All those sound fantastic.
I think those are the three. I think that's it. Ilia Arman.
Yep.
Max Patty.
Sure.
Gaethje Hooker.
Great. All great fights.
All right, it's done. Dana, you can take the day off, brother. My job here's done. Hunter, don't worry about it. Sean Shelby, it's all good. This is the war room. We just figured it out. Lightweight sorted. We can move on. All of that to say that October is absolutely stacked, man.
Yes.
It is coming together. You're going to start first week, UFC 320 in Vegas. You're getting Pereira Ankalaev 2, Merab Corey, Yuri Khalil, my favorite fighter, Abus Magomedov, taking on my other favorite fighter, Joe Pyfer. Then we're going UFC Rio. Obviously, only Charles and Fiziev announced for that. I'm sure they will add a slew of other fights for that, including a lot of big-name Brazilians. UFC Vancouver the week after that, another international fight night. Right now, only Jasmine Jasdavicius, Manon Fiorot announced for that one. I'm sure they will add to that, but a fight night in front of a crowd who will be clamoring for it in Vancouver. And then we finish it off, UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi, Aspinall gone, Volkov versus Jailton, Rakic versus Mirzakhanov, Chris Barnett, Hamdi, Iron Turtle.
Oh, that's the fight of the night right there.
That's the secondary fight of the night. I think Chris Barnett versus Hamdi is the people's main event.
Yeah.
Iron Turtle versus Ikram Alaskarov is the Kaposa's people's main event. I think that is what that is. So
October shaping up like we had the hopes for June, right? Where we were like, June can't miss. It ended up being a little mixed results. The ending of June
I was going to say, the ending of June wiped everything away.
Yeah.
It was like, June was so sick. But when you do look back, it was like, it actually wasn't like that.
I have high expectations for October. I think it's going to be fantastic. And as you said, there's still some things to fill out on the fight night cards.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So the UFC cooking, no pay-per-view in September. You're getting Noche UFC, and you're getting a Paris card, and obviously TKO focusing heavily on Canelo Crawford in Las Vegas. But they're going to make up for it in October. Oh, yeah, and by the way, just like a weekend in November, we'll also get the MSG card, which right now is rumored to be Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. So
no, Habib reported it.
MMA journalist Habib Nurmagomedov broke that one last week. So yeah, the fall is looking mighty nice for the UFC right now.
Second half of the year could be very, very successful. Kind of the demarcation point is probably that Ilia Topuria win during International Fight Week, and then you can cruise into a great second half of the year.
Yeah, because what I want to say is, forget the fall. Fall will happen. Fall will be there no matter what. My main focus is on the end of the summer. My main focus is on next week in Chicago. I've been biting my tongue all morning. We saw DDP on Ariel yesterday. A great interview. DDP was on point. Ariel was on point. It was fantastic.
It was great.
DDP has the gift of gab like no other.
He
man.
really does, and it was one of those things that he's always kind of had, but nobody really like was paying too much attention to it. Now that he has the title and the spotlight, it has really like shown through.
I think the first time where it really clicked, I was like, this guy can talk, was when Izzy went into the cage and he's right in his grill and he's like, talking about like African, and he's just like, oh, I'm African, but you're no brother of mine.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this dude was just in a war.
Called him his African brother, and he's like, no.
Oh, I'm African, but you're no brother of mine. And I was like, this guy was just in a war out here, and he's dropping bars. He had a lot to say. Khamzat Chimaev did a 30-minute sit-down interview with Brett Okamoto that came out on ESPN MMA, and then he also did an open workout and did a scrum afterward. And like, they're starting to fire shots, man. Like they're getting me excited. And now that we know we're not getting Aspinall Jones, I am fully in the camp with you. This is the fight. There is no other fight in the UFC right now that I want more than this fight.
Let the record show, even if Aspinall Jones was on the table, this is my number one. I have been long saying it, and I will say it again here. I've said it behind the scenes. I feel like maybe this is the first time I'm saying it on air, but this is my Super Bowl. This is the one of the year that I'm like, I need to see this no matter what. It is a cultural event. These two getting into the cage together means everything to me, and it is the fight that I've been wanting and anticipating. I've just been dying to see, can Khamzat Chimaev be a champion? That was a storyline that I've been following from the beginning, where I just felt like this guy has the combination of skills, tenacity, ruthlessness to kind of be this superstar for the UFC, but it's been these like starts and stops. The fact that he is finally going to have a title shot is its own story for me, but then combine that with the fact that he's fighting DDP, who is an absolute savage, and what DDP is able to do to this point resume-wise, it is a perfect fight. It's fantastic. It's two guys that are going to rise to the occasion. I can't be more excited for it.
I think they're also going to build the fight really well next week. I think the press conference is going to be awesome. I think the media days are going to be awesome. Then the fight itself, I just don't see it not being awesome.
How could it be bad?
Khamzat Chimaev is a guy that just goes pedal to the metal from the jump, and then DDP is just the king of chaos. It's just like, I was talking to someone earlier today, and they were like, man, Khamzat's going to roll through DDP. I was like, he could. He could, or like something's gonna happen. And they were like, well, like if DDP wins, like I'm just really curious as to how it's gonna happen. I was like, I don't know, like it'll just happen. Like I love the memes going around right now where it's just like DDP by accident, like DDP by like cartoonish hammer, like all these just like DDP just like finds ways.
He hits
to win
the secret
fights.
box in Super Smash Brothers and gets a weapon.
I saw one where it was like DDP by answering the phone mid-fight and saying it's for Khamzat, and Khamzat taking the phone, and then a comically large boxing glove comes out.
The Looney Tunes?
Yeah, like the Looney Tunes. It's just like a fight that, like, in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, what we've seen from Khamzat Chimaev, I think he's going to roll. But then in the back of my head, it's just like, but I've thought that with many DDP fights. Like, there is obviously a world where DDP wins this fight. He's an unbelievable fighter, undefeated in the UFC so far.
And we'll get into the X's and O's and the technical breakdown next week. What is so exciting about this fight to me is, what happens if somebody blitzes Khamzat? What happens if somebody is as fast a starter and an absolute bull in a china shop as him? And I don't think that's out of the question. Like, a lot of the conversation is going to be, can DDP survive the first 5 minutes of Khamzat? But fuck, can you survive the first 5 minutes of DDP? Because some people can't. And if you're not ready for that, I don't know if it's just going to be this one-way traffic type thing. So I'm very excited about this fight. But we can get to the X's and O's next week.
Well, you add on all that, how crazy it's going to be. And then you add on the fact that UFC is returning to Chicago for the first time in many, many years. Yeah. A city that's been clamoring for it. I think they're going to be on tilt once this thing gets going. It's just going to be incredible. But Khamzat Chimaev, in that interview with ESPN's Brett Okamoto yesterday, he had this to say. He's mentioned it several times throughout his career about becoming a triple champion. He said, I work with a new coach, and I talked to him about going down to 170. I don't know who's the champ there. This Australian guy, obviously referring to Jack Della Maddalena. That'd be a good fight for me. He continues, I go down, I fight with him, take the belt there. If I go up, there's Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. They're fighting now. Whoever's winning, I can fight for that belt as well.
That easy. That's it.
He's saying this if you watch the interview, sitting in a kitchen in Huntington Beach, California, and saying this with the calmness of like me planning out, I'm going to go get coffee from Starbucks, and then I'm going to swing by the grocery store and pick up some ingredients for dinner, and then I'm going to come home and watch a movie.
Yeah.
But he's talking about, I'm going to beat Dricus du Plessis, go down, beat Jack Della Maddalena, or, maybe Islam Makhachev, and then whoever wins Ankalaev Pereira, I'll take care of them as well.
What's so funny is I was just about to say, as you said that, he didn't mention Dricus du Plessis, which is the funniest part, because it's such a foregone conclusion in his head that he's already won this fight that it's just like, okay, middleweight belt's accounted for. I've already got the fight. I win the middleweight belt. It's done. Like, he's not even thinking about it. Now these other two belts, like, I'll go collect them if I want. The casualness with which Khamzat refers to things that are very extremely hard and require an extreme amount of dedication is quite funny to me. But it's also kind of like, if you were this guy like him who just smashes everything you see and has never kind of been stopped in your life, everything kind of just seems like a walk in the park, right? Obstacles are just there for you to break through or step over. It's a very fascinating thing inside the mindset. It will one day, if he ever loses, be interesting to see how he comes back from that, because that is one of those guys who has just like always been forward. But the assuredness with which he operates is very both concerning from a like, oh, this guy doesn't think he could ever lose, and that's kind of like scary because sometimes that sets you up for failure. But also when you see him fight, you're like, oh, I get why this guy thinks he will never lose.
He also talked about potentially fighting Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, he did.
And he says, we'll see who's going to be the champ at welterweight. I don't know. In terms of Islam Makhachev, it's the fastest way. If I win that fight, it is the fastest way to get to the pound for pound number one. So like the way he's talking, and he talked about how I'm not going to retire. Like I need the money. I have no plans of retiring.
Yeah.
He mentioned how he now has a visa to fight in the United States because of Donald Trump. He talked about how active he's going to be. He says if there's no injuries, he wants to fight in Abu Dhabi. Obviously, he flies that flag now. Like the calmness with which he had, the sureness of where his career is going to go. It feels like he wants to obviously win this fight and then remain active beyond that, which is an incredibly exciting prospect. I mean, Brett Okamoto at one point asked him about, like, have you been going out? You've been going to the beach or anything? Like, what's it like being such a superstar? He was like, I'd rather just stay in the house, stay safe, stay healthy. He talked about, like, if fans come and rush me and some dude's sick and he gets one of my team members sick and then I get sick, like, we're putting all of this in jeopardy. It feels like there is a real seriousness and just the calmness to which he's speaking and the planning for the future is exciting for MMA fans.
Yeah, he's saying the right things and it seems to be all aligned, right? Like it seems like this idea of he was having trouble getting into the country. Now he's able to travel to the United States. Now, granted, the UFC does a lot of international events now, so it's not a situation where he wouldn't have been able to fight. But it was a situation where everybody was concerned, oh, if Khamzat becomes champion, we're only going to get him fighting once a year. It seems like he is trying to counter that narrative and also, like, in his life, be able to compete more than once a year so he can continue to make money. It is hard to remember now because the last few years have been very sparse, but Khamzat Chimaev broke into the UFC by fighting on back-to-back weeks. Like, that is the story of Khamzat Chimaev, is he was this guy who came in, smashed, and then was like, put me on the next card and I'm going to come smash somebody again. That was the genesis of how he became like this phenomenon.
Fought back-to-back weeks and then fought 6 weeks later.
Yeah, this is how he became that. So if that is in order, if his health is in order and his ability to navigate travel and be able to fight in different jurisdictions is in order, I believe that as long as he takes care of himself, it's going to be an exciting time for Khamzat Chimaev, whether he wins this fight against DDP or not, right? Because the next fight is still going to be against somebody who's a top contender, even if he comes up short here. So I'm excited about the idea of multiple Khamzat Chimaev fights and him kind of getting rolling and back on track. I think the stunted kind of fighting infrequently has actually harmed him, because I think he's probably better when he's getting reps. It's hard to just come in against a guy as good as a Kamaru Usman or anybody he's faced recently, where even a Robert Whittaker, where they are so good and have been training so regularly and you haven't, and you just step into the cage with them. Now, he's found the success there, which I think speaks to how incredible he is as a fighter, but I think this activity would help him a great deal.
Do you think there's any chance he could actually become a triple champion?
Yes.
6'2", very, very strong. So, like, he could, if he can get back down to 170, I think he could also work his way up to 205. Like, he kind of falls in a decent size category for it.
If you see him standing next to a light heavyweight, you'll understand that he could compete in that division. His biggest obstacle to that would be, well, one, Dricus du Plessis is an absolute brick shithouse, so he has to win the middleweight title first. That's a big obstacle for me because I think Dricus is as good as advertised.
Of course.
The other one is the weight. I don't think 170 is easy. Now, he's talked about training with this new coach and maybe with some more time and discipline. You know, the weight miss for the Nate Diaz fight has been kind of talked about before, and I think a lack of discipline was to blame there. You would have to be extremely disciplined if you want to get back down to 170, and he seemed to kind of like laugh it off. He didn't seem to take that weight miss too seriously. If he was disciplined, I imagine that he could probably get himself down to 170, but that is not an easy weight cut. As you said, he's somebody who we could look at as competing at 205 and feel like, yeah, he could do that. So his biggest obstacles to me at the moment are you need to beat Dricus, who's a champion and a stud, and then that weight cut to 170. More likely, I think he could be a double champion. And even that like is not a guarantee. There is so much that needs to go right for this to happen. The first step starts next Saturday.
You say double champion potential. Like, do you think he would go down to 170 or do you think he would go up to 205?
I think he would go up.
Yeah, because there were some pictures that came out when he was like getting beefy. I think we have a couple of them where he was like absolutely gigantic. Like,
yes, that guy can compete at light heavyweight. Absolutely.
He can absolutely compete at light heavyweight. Though it was interesting with the like, I mean, yeah, my God, the conversation with Brett, like it did feel a lot of it was centered around like, oh yeah, I'll go down and I'll fight JDM. I talked to my coach about going down to 170. Oh yep, Islam Makhachev's the fastest path to pound for pound number one. He's obviously fought there several times. It is just, can he get back down?
If Islam becomes champion, I think that obviously becomes a more attractive option, right? Like, respect to Jack Della Maddalena, who I think had a fantastic performance against Bilal. He doesn't yet carry that name value that Islam Makhachev carries. He is not the number one pound for pound fighter. So if Islam becomes champion, there are going to be a lot of people that are clamoring for that shot. Welterweight is very busy though. Welterweight is a division that has a lot of people like kind of in that queue and people that are staking claims to title shots. For Khamzat to then jump that line, I don't think it's impossible, but I do think it's unlikely. It seems like a path at 205 seems much more likely.
I do feel like it's opponent dependent. I
sure.
think if Islam wins, that's very intriguing to him. Pound for pound number one,
as it should
massive, massive fight.
Yeah,
one of the biggest
in
fights.
Russia.
One of the biggest fights that the UFC could possibly make. But say Alex Pereira gets the belt back at 205, another monster fight. Khamzat Chimaev versus Alex Pereira,
yeah.
And also, stylistically speaking, that is a matchup that favors Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like it is opponent dependent, and especially those fights could be taking place. One we know is going to be taking place at the beginning of October with Pereira and Ankalaev, and then it's looking like Islam JDM is going to take place a month later.
The other question is, if he becomes middleweight champion, the UFC is going to want him to drop that belt if he does that. Yeah. And are we going through the same exercise that we just did with Islam and Ilia Topuria, where it's like Ilia had one title defense and then is moving on to the next thing? Like, I don't know if we necessarily want Khamzat bouncing around.
Yeah,
they probably want him at middleweight, and so there's a lot that needs to happen for this to happen. I think becoming middleweight champion is going to unlock a lot of it, though.
I like we have the lower third right here. It says missed weight in the last scheduled welterweight fight in 2022. I'm pretty sure he missed weight by like 8.5 pounds.
It was 8 or 9 pounds.
Yeah,
yes.
it was the
now, as I said,
scheduled fight.
That to me is a discipline thing. That was not like I can't make weight. Maybe he could have made weight, or maybe he could have gotten a lot closer. That to me is he was undisciplined in his weight cut, and some of the stories say that.
Yeah, I think a potential double championship on the line is
that's a reason to take it seriously.
Very disciplined for it. At the end of the day, like, it's very fun to fantasize about all this. It's a lot harder to do in practice.
Sure is.
I think my final statement on is let's get one first. Let's get the belt from DDP before we start talking about triple champion.
Yeah, and as you say, it's a lot easier said than done.
Start talking about double championship.
Before we start talking about championship, period, because you got a very tough opponent ahead of you. The way we talk about Khamzat, seeing it as a foregone conclusion, I actually want to bring a video up from Dricus's interview with Ariel from yesterday, where he talked about whether Khamzat is overrated or not, because you can see kind of the difference in how they're thinking about each other. So I want to play that clip now.
He's worthy of all the praise and everything that he receives.
Absolutely. I think Khamzat is a special fighter.
You always believed. You never doubted.
Yeah, from the first time I saw him fight, I knew this guy was going to be special. 100%. I knew he was going to be special. There was a stage where he didn't fight for like 2 years or something. And listen, he speaks a lot more than he fights. I can tell you that much too. But there was a long period of time he was calling out every single person. That just started getting annoying. It was annoying the shit out of me. Because he was calling out welterweights, middleweights, light heavyweights, but he wasn't fighting anyone. But there was never ever a stage where I went, this guy's overrated. No, he is as good as people think. I think he's as good as people think. I just think I'm a lot better than people think.
You can watch that full interview, obviously, on this channel. Fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. Like, is this guy taking like lessons on the mic? Like, it feels like he just knows what to say every step of the way when it comes to this stuff, man.
100%.
Like, praising this dude who like people view as the boogeyman, giving him that credit of like, man, no, Khamzat isn't overrated. He's unbelievable. But I think people are underrating me. I'm just as good as this dude. And
you get the sense that Dricus is not the type to blow smoke, right? Like, if he thought Khamzat wasn't that good, he'd probably say it. He has his eye on the prize, right? He understands the challenge that's ahead of him. Khamzat Chimaev is not just a regular like title contender type guy. He's not just the next guy up. And so the seriousness with which he's meeting this challenge is very impressive to me from Dricus' side, but also necessary. Like, this is going to be an absolute brutal fight to get through. Seemingly, there's another possible outcome, but I expect it to be. And so the level of respect that he is granting to Khamzat Chimaev is very interesting to me when you contrast that with the idea that Khamzat thinks it's like a foregone conclusion that he is going to be champion.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's talking about it, he's just like, oh, like Robert Whittaker was able to take him down, so I'm going to be able to take him down. It's going to be easy work.
It's very dismissive, whereas DDP is like, no, this guy's a bad motherfucker, and I want to show that I'm actually better. In fact, forget bad motherfucker. He used the term boogeyman when he spoke about him. We actually have that clip as well from his chat with Ariel.
I am going out there and I'm going to shock the world once again. Like every other time, and everybody said, it's impossible, not this guy, not this guy. And I'm going to go out there and you're going to see the boogeyman. You're going to see him break. You're going to see him break in there. And then realize there's only one boogeyman, and that's me. In the middleweight division, there can be only one boogeyman, and that will be me.
Another cold line by DDP.
It's just like whatever outcome of this fight happens, I love it. Like it's just like a star is born if Khamzat Chimaev wins. The lore, the aura, the like story, the mythical creature that DDP is just continues to grow. The plot armor. Everyone says DDP's got plot armor. Like if he beats Khamzat Chimaev, it's just like, this dude is unbelievable. Like, can you imagine like an image of like him actually like breaking Khamzat, finishing him, and like walking away still champion? It's gonna be incredible. I can't wait for it. And like Khamzat needs to show the respect to DDP because this is the shortest odds. He's still the favorite, but he's only like a minus 190. Like normally you're seeing him. He was a minus 350 against Kamaru, a minus 1,000 against Nate. That fight never came to fruition.
Minus 1,000? God. There's still juice. There's still value on that line.
Minus 610 against Kevin Holland. Minus 550 against Gilbert Burns. Minus 500 against the Leech. Like he's always a monster favorite. This is the first time in his UFC career that he's under a minus 200. And
this is by far the highest level of competition he's facing. DDP is a legitimate champion with an insanely stellar resume, and so the line makes sense to me. The fact that DDP is not a favorite at this point also is maybe speaks to what he's saying, which is like, you guys all think this guy's the boogeyman. I am actually the boogeyman, and I don't care how many people I need to beat in order to show that to you. And the other thing I love about you said it perfectly. There's no bad outcome here, especially for the UFC, right? If Khamzat Chimaev wins, it's like the ceiling comes off, superstar born. You've got Ilia Topuria coming up. You've got Khamzat Chimaev coming up. You can really build something fantastic with some of these guys. That Tom Aspinall's probably going to start a little bit of a run now. You've got some real opportunities ahead of you. If DDP wins, this guy's cleared out nearly everybody in the division that has a pulse that is worth fighting him. And he's sticking around to clear out the rest of them. Like his goal is not to move up and get a second belt. Not necessarily yet. His goal is like, if there's a middleweight alive that I haven't beaten yet, I want to beat the shit out of them. And that is a very admirable type of thing for a champion in the UFC because we typically don't. We hear Khamzat before he's even won a belt talking about getting 2 more. DDP is like, this is my belt. I'm going to hold it for as long as I can, and I want to take out everybody along the way.
Which, that goes one of 2 ways when you start talking about other belts. Before you even get one, it's either a disaster or it's like an Ilia Topuria style run, a Conor McGregor style run where it all comes to fruition. You talked about DDP, he said it on a local Chicago news station being like, nah, man, I'm not going for 205. I need to clear out middleweight. It's an exciting division right now. I need to clear this thing out. To the point where Ariel asked him yesterday about RDR and their past relationships, and it's like, hey, man, like, would you be willing to fight him? This is what DDP had to say.
Given that relationship and that history, would you have any issues fighting RDR if you had to?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I would fight my brother for my title if I have to.
So
I would try to kill him, I promise you that. And he's my best friend.
So the whole teammate thing, all that doesn't work in your world.
No, it's when we get in there are no friends. There are no relationships in a fight.
Yeah, man. So he's down to scrap. He's just a cold motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
He's down to scrap anybody at 185. And so if he reigns supreme over Khamzat Chimaev next Saturday night in Chicago, he will be staying there and looking to defend.
Well, it seems like we've got Imavov and Caio Borralho lined up, and then it seems like RDR is kind of entering that conversation as well, and he's ready for all of it.
Fluffy Hernandez wins this.
Hell yeah.
That's 8 in a row.
Yeah.
That's 8 in a row at middleweight.
And DDP is like, Yep. Like, sign them all up. I love that. I love DDP. I was one of those people who, as I said when we were talking about RDR 2 weeks ago, I was like, I doubted DDP at the beginning. I really thought like this run is going to come to an end and it's going to be this guy or this guy or this guy or this guy. But he has shown himself to be way above my expectations. And I think a lot of others, like I think there were a lot of people out there that didn't expect it. But I also just, like, I have come around to him so much in terms of how he carries himself and what he is as a champion and his mentality, the way he views the game, the way he handles it. He's one of the best that the UFC has, and it's a real benefit to them to have a guy like DDP as champion. The only thing that could supersede that is potentially having a guy like Khamzat Chimaev as champion. And so that is why they're in a situation with 0 bad options. Because if you continue this DDP run, you're on a great track. And if you get Khamzat, you're on a great track too.
There's so many people that DDP can fight. And like you said, like he's been growing on you. He really is just like a great champion.
Fantastic champion.
He goes and he does interviews and he speaks well and he talks shit, but he's also respectful at the same time. He puts on exciting fights. He obviously wins the fights. He's undefeated in the UFC and he's willing to fight anyone. It's just like, that's all the making.
That's what you want.
Champion.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And then on the Khamzat side, if he wins, there's many potential matchups for him as well. We saw him talking yesterday during his media scrum after an open workout. Someone asked him about Sean Strickland, who they've had words online in the past before, and he was essentially like, bro, I'm in LA, man. I'm not that far away from Las Vegas. If it's personal, if you really have beef with me, come on over. Yeah, he said, when I come back, I'm in LA, bro. Come on. If it's something personal for you, just come. I'm here whenever he wants it.
There's a part of that at the beginning of that quote that I didn't write out, but basically he was like, I couldn't get a visa. He's like, I couldn't get a visa, but now I have a visa and I'm here. And if you want the smoke, come get it. I'm in LA. He's much like DDP. He's cut from a little bit of a different cloth and willing to scrap anybody at any time. I don't know if Sean Strickland is going to be somebody who immediately jumps into any like conversations about fighting him.
No,
but I could definitely see that being a fight down the line. I could definitely see that. We also don't kind of know about Sean Strickland's status in terms
after
of
rushing the cage itself. The suspension
in terms of that suspension.
I mean, they had one of the most legendary Twitter interactions of all time. Khamzat tweeting at Cenas Strickland, the finger, and then the laughing emojis, 5.3 million views, and then Cenas Strickland quote tweets it and says, "The fuck did I do?" And then Khamzat responds and says, "Sorry, bro, I don't know how to use Twitter. Wrong guy." So I mean, right there, that's enough to build a fight off of. And then Khamzat also has serious beef with Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa has like hate in his heart when he talks about Chimaev.
If Khamzat Chimaev wins, I would not be surprised if Paulo Costa is knocking on the door of a title shot already. Like, it is not going to take much to heat that one up, to boil it up. And by the way, I feel the same way about the Strickland fight, because if you give Sean Strickland the opportunity to kind of like throw jabs and barbs at Khamzat Chimaev, I have a feeling that's going to escalate pretty quickly as well. So there's so many different permutations of how this could kind of go if it's Khamzat. And there's also good options with DDP. But I mean, I'm sitting here, what is it, 10, 9? How many days out are we? 9 days out?
I'm buzzed.
I got goosebumps already. I
buzzing,
can't
man.
imagine what this is going to be like come Saturday.
We've just talked about it for like the last 25 minutes, and we're a week out.
It's
And
all happening.
We're just reacting to little press snippets too.
As we should. The other thing about Khamzat is he never speaks. Like on Twitter, he's like talking shit, doing a little bit of this, but he is a guy who's been very careful about protecting like what he says and who he gives opportunities to speak to and things like that. And he never speaks. And so when you get even a 10-minute scrum where he clearly probably doesn't even want to be there, it produces this. It produces these interesting tidbits.
The ESPN interview really seems like his team was like, "You have to do this. Go out there and do it." And he's like, "All right."
All right, I'll do it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, like the way he answers all the questions is he's literally talking like this. Oh, triple champion, sure. Whatever. Yeah. Alex, whoever wins that, I guess I'm down. So that's gonna be fantastic. This is one of those like my skinny white ass will be seated on Sunday night for UFC Countdown.
Oh yeah, for sure. I might come out of Countdown retirement for this one.
Oh, I mean, when I hear Ron Perlman, it's time for UFC 319. Countdown. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I can't wait for it. Yeah, next week's going to be incredible. Chicago, you're getting a good one. But we will obviously talk much more about that. I said 25 minutes. We'll probably spend an hour on it next week when we're just two days away from it. It's going to be fantastic. Enjoy this while you have it. Two guys seemingly in their primes going at
definitely in their primes. This is going to be sick.
Both early 30s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. All right. We continue to roll along. We saw that WWE, ESPN, massive deal. Someone said to me in our chat when you guys threw it in the group chat. That's how I found out about it. And someone was like 320 milli. I thought that was total for the 5 years. No. That's per year. 5-year, $1.6 billion deal for WWE's PLE events, the WrestleManias, the SummerSlams, the Royal Rumbles of the world, to be aired on ESPN's new direct-to-consumer platform that launches 2 weeks from today on August 21st. If you have the cable packages, DirecTV, YouTube TV, you'll get it anyway. If not, it's $29.99 a month.
If part of your package includes ESPN, you will then be able to authenticate it and use the app and see these events.
Exactly. And that leaves a lot of fans wondering, man, especially with the relationship that the UFC and WWE have now both being owned by TKO. What does this mean for the UFC, man? Because the clock is ticking. They got about 3.5 months before we're kicking this into a new gear. It kicks off right at the beginning of 2026.
Yeah. For me, there were a few things that happened in that were very interesting to me. Number one, most interesting to me, I'm going to rank these in terms of most interesting. Most interesting to me was the fact that Netflix did not get the WWE PLEs. Interesting to me from the perspective that Netflix has PLEs, Raw, SmackDown, all internationally. So anywhere but the United States, all the global platforms, and by the way, brilliant moves by TKO. I'm sure Nick Khan involved in this as well. He used to represent WWE in negotiations with broadcasters when he was an agent. They aligned all their deals so that they could sign this massive international deal with Netflix that every territory has SmackDown, Raws, and PLEs on Netflix. So they're basically anywhere outside the United States. If you want to watch WWE, it's on Netflix. Interesting to me that inside the United States, Netflix has Raw and SmackDown has its own rights that they could potentially negotiate for. And they could have gotten the PLEs, I imagine, if they were willing to pay for them, but they did not. So that was fascinating to me from the perspective of like, it does not seem like Netflix is interested in a pay-per-view business, right? They are much more interested, seemingly, when it comes to combat sports, in these like one-off mega events. Now, granted, WWE's events are mostly like those PLEs are mostly like major events, but out of the like 10 that they do, there's 2 that are 2 nights, which is SummerSlam and WrestleMania. Those feel like the bigger ones. Maybe Netflix is making the calculation of like, yes, we are interested in WWE product. Obviously, we've got Raw, but they might not necessarily be interested in that like premium live event pay-per-view previously model. So that was fascinating to me because then that made me think, well, what if the UFC wanted to come to Netflix and negotiate for their pay-per-views or for the whole bundle? Maybe that means that Netflix might not be as willing to go along with that, right? Because they're only they don't necessarily want UFC 316. What was like a mid pay-per-view from earlier this year?
I mean, the one that always sticks out to me, it wasn't earlier this year, but UFC 301 in Brazil.
Perfect. UFC 301. We don't want that. We're not interested in that product.
No disrespect to Pantos.
But we want UFC 318. Like, that's what we want. So I'm not sure that the model that the UFC is potentially pitching to all these different broadcasters would align with Netflix. And I kind of got there by thinking about maybe they also had that same conversation in the WWE negotiations. Because everybody thought they would go to Netflix. It made a lot of sense for WWE to go to Netflix. They do not end up going that way. They enter a deal with ESPN. Second most interesting thing to me was in part of the earnings call and the press release that they issued yesterday, it talked about one of the big things that they outlined as reasons for profitability or for increased revenue for ESPN, not profitability, but increased revenue for ESPN was paying less to the UFC because the pay-per-views were making less money. Meaning ESPN made more money than they anticipated. They spent less than they thought they were going to spend because the UFC pay-per-views were down. So that was another indicator that got me thinking, okay, ESPN is seeing the numbers from the UFC, and they are selling less pay-per-views than they anticipated, less pay-per-views than last year. They are down year over year. Is the premium pay-per-view product now one that's even going to be interesting? I already kind of discounted now Netflix from what I said earlier. Is ESPN even going to be interested in a pay-per-view product moving forward? Then I arrived at WWE made a very smart move a couple years ago, which was there is no more pay-per-view. We're calling them premium live events. They're not called pay-per-views anymore because they have not been pay-per-views for forever. They have been part of your subscription. If ESPN is coming out with this new package and has WWE events where you do not have to pay an additional cost. You either pay your $30 for the app, or if you have your cable service, you log in with that. Could the UFC come back to ESPN, but instead of being on pay-per-view, be the same type of style as the WWE? Be a premium live event. It is not called pay-per-view anymore, and it is offered as part of your $30 subscription because these events are hurting. These events are not doing the numbers necessarily that they anticipated that they would do, or at least ESPN is not paying the amount that they anticipated that they would have to pay or were paying last year because those pay-per-views are not doing as well as they anticipated. Do they just shift away from that model altogether and go, look, we'll pay a premium to get these pay-per-views on our service, but you get them as a subscription? And that would completely change the game for fight fans.
I mean, it's so fascinating to me for so many reasons. To be a fly on the wall in all these meetings and everything, not only with UFC and the broadcasters themselves, but also the UFC internally, TKO, everyone up at the top, because like you said, WWE made the move to PLEs, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I am not a wrestling diehard, but knowing that all I had to do was just log on to Peacock, which is like $6.99 a month or whatever, and I could watch all those major events, has made me tune into them. It just makes it that easy. Like, I think it was a great move, and you have to wonder if the executives over at WWE, the people on the TKO board, are like, this is the way to go. Like, this is the way that we should do it. Obviously, the numbers are down. This is what we're going to do moving forward, which would be revolutionary for combat sports fans. Like, we've already seen Turkey Al Sheik over in boxing. Like, we're going to do $20 pay-per-views. That's it. Like, everybody's going to be able to buy it. It's going to be very affordable. What if this is the next wave of, like, now it's just you have to pay the premium for the subscription service, which is ESPN direct to consumer, $30 a month, or your cable provider, and then you're just going to get the pay-per-views included with it. That's fascinating to me. It's also fascinating to me because ESPN is obviously making a massive push right now. They've been advertising it all summer. This ESPN, the new wave of being a sports fan is this ESPN DTC. They're throwing money around right now. They got Red Zone, they got NFL Network, they got these WWE deals. It almost makes me wonder, if Netflix was like, listen, man, we already got Raw. We're putting out a WWE product every single week. We don't know how exactly it's going to do over the course of this deal because it's a lengthy deal that they have with Raw. I think they'll still be in the Raw deal when this PLE deal is up with ESPN.
Yeah, it was like 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's like
something.
10 years. Like they are heavily invested in the WWE. So I wonder if there was a world where ESPN was like, we need shit. Like we need shit.
Oh, that definitely happened.
We are throwing money around, and Netflix was just like, y'all got this one for now. Like we'll concede on this bidding war. You guys take this one. And I wonder if Netflix will be thinking differently when it comes to the UFC. It's so fascinating. I cannot wait till it finally comes out what happens because I'm gonna eat that up like cake, man. I'm not gonna be able to get enough articles of how this came to fruition.
I don't know if Netflix was like a potential bidder in it. I have to assume they probably were. There had to be a conversation.
I was gonna say they at least talked about it.
I know for a fact that ESPN had to be aggressive in trying to get this. You don't do that NFL deal where now there's ownership stake that's involved in the deal, and you don't do this WWE deal unless you are 100% committed to upping the subscription numbers on that DTC product. That must be their primary concern. And we've seen ebbs and flows in the industry, especially when it comes to sports rights, or actually not even sports rights, when it comes to any kind of intellectual property rights. We've seen this with Netflix, we've seen this with Hulu, we've seen this with any kind of streaming platform. There's been these ebbs and flows where the number one thing is getting subscribers. And this typically happens when they first start. When you're first starting the app, the number one thing you need to do is make sure you get people to sign up. For one, you want to boost your numbers and say like, hey, we've got 1 million, 5 million, 10 million people already. You also want to get those people that forget to cancel and recur, and then you've got those that passive revenue. But that happens when you start up that app, this ESPN D2C app. This is an exact opportunity where you would be like, we have to invest a lot of money and we have to come out with a premium product that people want to sign up for. That definitely happened when it comes to this WWE deal, where they were like, we know that people tune in for these WWE events. These PLEs are going to be massive for us. Let's get in it. We also feel like we as ESPN can promote this in a major way that, much like they did for UFC when UFC first started, it elevated them to a completely different level. Pandemic happened. They were the only thing on. Then they skyrocketed through the roof. So I think the combined powers here will be very, very successful. But there is no doubt that UFC is now in a better place right now because ESPN also needs some of that content, and they know the numbers. While I'm saying pay-per-views are probably down to a certain degree and the average is not as high, they know that random fight night at the Apex, how many people are watching that, and it's a hell of a lot of people. That ESPN app has been supported by the UFC product for a very long time, and so they know what that audience is. If they then transfer that to being, okay, You come to the ESPN product, you're going to get the fight nights, potentially, right? Because UFC could always split up this package. But if ESPN goes aggressively all in and says, hey, we've been great partners, you've been great partners, let's figure out how to make this work. Fight nights, maybe Dana White's Contender Series, or maybe that goes somewhere else. Because even WWE has like NXT and their series is somewhere else. There's always going to be a splitting. Exactly. But the primary product, whether it be pay-per-views plus fight nights or fight nights or pay-per-views alone, ESPN could potentially pay enough to buy that entire package in the same way that PLEs have kind of been priced out, and the guys at TKO know exactly how to do this and can definitely figure out how to negotiate this and make it where you log into the app, you see UFC pay-per-views, which would then maybe they even call them premium live events at that point to kind of continue the branding exercise of it. It would be a game changer for the subs because, to your point, you're used to paying $70 a month for the pay-per-view, which 80
on top of your $11.99
on top of your subscription fee. That can be a killer to the wallet.
Now I get $30 a month.
$30 a month. There's a month with 2 pay-per-views. You're now fucking loving that opportunity. Plus, maybe you get the fight nights. I don't know if they'll end up with that part of the package. It seems like if their primary objective is to bring in fans to this app right now, that would be a brilliant move, and it would be incredible for the UFC to get rid of that pay-per-view model because it's a double-edged sword for them. It's great when you've got Conor McGregor fighting, but when you've got a UFC 301, what does that actually look like?
It's just like, how many people are buying that?
And WWE brilliantly kind of made that calculation before too. They're like, let's eliminate the variable of this. Let's just make sure we get a great price, a great package, and offer our fans a premium experience. ESPN or any partner. UFC could do this deal. Doesn't have to be with ESPN. UFC could do a deal if somebody pays enough money to get this off pay-per-view. It
Oh,
will
of course.
require a ton of money, but it will make sense if you're trying to provide a good fan experience. Typically, the apps that are launching are the ones that are most concerned with that. Once you get longer into the game, now you're concerned about profitability. Now you're concerned about how you kind of continue to increase your revenues and make money for your investors. But when you're first launching, you know you're going to be spending money. You know you're going to take a hit. And that's the opportunity to go, fuck it. We're going to go all in. UFC pay-per-views are going to become premium live events. They're going to be on this DTC app, and you're going to subscribe to it. And every combat sports fan is going to be watching WWE and UFC on the same app and having to pay nothing but the subscription price. It will be massive.
It's a dream scenario for TKO, in my opinion. I think if you can get someone to put the money up, then it's not only going to make it easier for your already fans, but I think it will be the best way to grow the audience.
100%.
Like, it's just like, oh yeah, man, I pay $30 a month, but like, dude, I get all those UFC fights and like WWE and then like all the other shit that ESPN offers. Like, they've got hockey rights, baseball rights, as a college football fan, they have the SEC now. It's just like, this app could be something that is a must-have for sports fans.
Yeah, and ESPN for so long has been part of the cable package and then not anything else, right? The only way to watch ESPN has been through your cable package. And you could obviously log into ESPN Plus and watch it through there, but you still had to have cable elsewhere, or a version of cable, YouTube TV counting, or anybody that carries ESPN. I'm curious what the difference in that audience looks like, where it's like the people who don't want to pay for cable, which can be quite high. You know, we're like, what's YouTube TV per year?
Per year, I don't know. I think
What's
it's like,
per month?
I think it's like $79.99
Okay,
a month.
so let's call that the bottom level, right? You're paying $80 a month. You go all the way up to the Time Warner, Comcast, Optimum, where you're paying $120, $150, $200, whatever that is. I'm wondering what the size of the audience is who are not willing to pay the $80 for the YouTube TV, but might pay the $30 to be like, oh, I really want all this ESPN product. The way to get them is to provide them with something that they can't get elsewhere or that they're not willing to forego. And I feel like WWE and UFC have this kind of live watching virality that people still want to pay for. And that's a great way to bring those people in. I might not ever get cable, but I might pay $30 a month to have all those combats events. Oh, plus I can watch all this ESPN programming. Because I feel like you mentioned the backdooring of I buy ESPN and it's like, oh, I discover UFC and WWE. I wouldn't be surprised if it also happens the other way, where combat fans get on the app and they're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll watch an NBA game randomly in the middle of December. Fuck it, like there's nothing else on. I'll turn on ESPN. I'll watch some programming. So I think it could be beneficial in both directions. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the chat right now. I just happened to peruse it, and people are saying Winnipegger 456. No one is paying $80 for pay-per-views. Every single person with a brain streams it. The BMF $80 a month. Nah, no way. The only prospect, dude. I legit don't know anyone who pays for the pay-per-views. Yes, that's the point. That's what I'm saying. I think it would be smart to. You can now avoid.
By the way, there are people. They have the numbers.
There are hundreds of thousands of people that actually pay for them every single time they come out, or like they would have just completely eliminated the pile by now if no one was buying them. But there has to be a massive, massive sector of people that don't buy them now, but to avoid having to go to the streaming sites, to being able to just throw it up on your TV, and all you have to do is just pay $30 a month, and you're getting all the other stuff that the ESPN app is going to provide for you. There has to be a massive sector that is willing to do that. So it's going to be fascinating, man.
They have to work on the tech, though.
Oh my God. I pray this ESPN DTC app is better than ESPN Plus, because there are going to be some angry people. Those WWE fans are going to be hellacious towards them.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating to watch, man. The DTC app launches on August 21st, so hopefully they've already got the tech all prepped with that. Going to be fascinating to see, man. About three months and some change. And then we're at 4 months and some change, and then we're at 2026. So time's running out. Like, these meetings are got to be getting into crunch mode very soon.
I feel like they're probably relatively advanced. I think they're probably like closer to the goal line than anywhere else, because that we were just talking about this on the show. Ariel has been kind of talking about this and harping on this quite a bit. Top Rank off ESPN, no landing spot yet. They do not have a broadcast partner lined up for their next event. That's an odd position, and typically not one that an organization will find themselves in. I do not expect that the UFC will be there. In fact, I can guarantee right now there's no chance that the UFC will be there.
Zero.
So we have to be pretty close.
Yeah, we have to be. It's going to be fascinating to watch. I'm very interested to see what happens. Last thing from the chat, May Snow Ken says, I wish I had $5 to pay to ask GC what's the brand of the shirt he's wearing. You don't need $5. I'll just tell you right now, it's Full Violence. Yuri Prohashka. It's unbelievable. It's like Meditate or something. Yeah, Meditate and Destroy. Shut up.
Spend the $5 on getting the shirt.
Yeah, Full Violence still sells it. It was a specific drop, but man, they make some of the best fighter merch. It's fantastic, especially for my guy, Yuri. Meditate. And Destroy. All right, that was the DTC talk. Going to be very interesting to see what happens with the UFC. One other bit of news before the UFC Apex 109 preview, the long-awaited. Well, it's not breaking, but it is just. It's just.
Oh, I thought Frank was going to give us breaking news.
Yeah, me too. Last night we saw Conor Benn drop a video. Obviously, incredibly famous, talented boxer Conor Benn calling out Ilia Topuria. Let's roll the clip here.
Whoever these fucking UFC fighters.
Not sure what filter he put on this. Doesn't look great. Yeah, I'm not trying to take one.
Oh,
Or any of these MMA lot want to come over to boxing. If you fancy something, you can come and get it. Nasty. Bare knuckle. Anyone wants to come over from the UFC?
Bare knuckle.
I see a lot of people taking me here down Itora.
Why can no one pronounce Ilia Topuria's name?
His hands, brother.
Alia Tora.
Toro. You're all getting it. Listen, I ain't stupid enough to go in the cage. I would never go in the cage. You want to catch me dead in the cage. Do you know why? Because I don't get my ass handed to me.
Yeah.
But for them thinking they can come over and do that to us, that's a fucking liberty. It's a fucking liberty.
A man with the gift of gab as well.
Yeah,
Conor
Conor
Benn,
Benn's
love
great.
that. Talks all that shit, throws in the bag work, and then I'm not getting in the cage because I would get fucked up if I did that.
And it's always nice to hear, like, during the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather era of MMA, where everybody was calling out every MMA fighter was calling out boxers, and every boxer was calling out MMA fighters. It was always this like, yeah, and I'll do it in the cage. Like, they would always bullshit, especially Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was the number one offender of this, of being like, yeah, we'll get in the cage and do it. And Conor Benn's not trying to pull any fucking tricks here. He knows that if he stepped into a cage with Ilia Topuria, his head's getting ripped off his shoulders in 40 seconds. But he's also fairly confident that if Ilia Topuria stepped into a boxing ring with him, that he'd take his head off in there. I can't lie. I would watch it. I would watch it.
Are you shitting me? Of course.
I don't want it. Because
I don't want it.
We saw
Stay
what
in
happened
MMA.
with the
Stay in
I mean,
MMA.
the parallels to the Conor McGregor like continue to be there, because this is where the
I was gonna
Floyd
say,
Mayweather fight.
That's why I wanted to bring that up. I mean, like, the guy is becoming an absolute superstar. We saw the video earlier this week. I think we have it of him coming out singing his walkout song in front of the crowd. I mean, look at this crowd. It's like a music festival, and they're singing his walkout song with him. Like, the dude is becoming a star. Now he's getting called out. Conor Benn, who's the one MMA fighter he thinks of. Ili Top Toro. It's like, it's at that point, man. He's got like 11.5 million followers on Instagram now. He's got brand deals. He's got his own protein yogurt I've been itching to try. And then he's got Mucho Topuria, which is like his hydration drink. It's like, it's really starting to come together.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is a superstar. So I thought it was interesting. But Conor Benn, Ili Topuria, I'm down.
I'm down, but
Years from
no thanks for now. No
Years from
thanks for now.
No thanks for now. Fight anybody who will fight you at 155.
Yeah, we've got challengers at 155.
All right, let's look to this weekend. UFC Apex 109. We're back in the warehouse in the desert. Roman Dolidze taking on. I know, thank God, right? Like, we didn't want to get straight too far.
No.
Can't do too many fight nights outside of it. But we've got a middleweight clash. Roman Dolidze, my Georgian brother, taking on Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, our Apex tour guide. We ran into old Fluffy when we were at the Apex back in June. Anytime Anthony Hernandez fights, I'm excited for it.
Same.
Like, the dude puts on scraps. Like, he is aggressive. He is unbelievable. He's on a 7-fight win streak, and he's like taking the slow road, man. Like, he's slowly working his way up. This would be his 8th win in a row if he's able to do that, and he would still only be ranked like 8th or 9th.
Yeah, and it is a little bit surprising, but I will say there's like kind of like there was this clog of guys in this division that just like kind of kept fighting each other, and nobody could kind of like come out of the pack. It feels like we're starting to get some of those guys to emerge. I think Anthony Hernandez will be one of those names that now starts getting serious talks in terms of title conversation, or at least like number one contendership and into that territory. And as you said, like, there's not a boring fluffy fight. He's primarily a grappler, but he is tenacious. He is relentless. He is somebody who is like coming at all times to try to finish the fight, not necessarily somebody who's like so worried about holding and position and things like that. So Delice is going to have a very tough time, in my opinion.
Well, it's going to be interesting because, like you just mentioned, Hernandez is just like he relies so much on just like physicality and just being aggressive, and like Delice is similar in that fashion. Like he is a very physical fighter, and it looked like he was struggling. Lost a couple in a row, but they're aging kind of nicely, like the Vettori and then the Imavov, and he got the Vettori back. He's on a 3-fight win streak now. So like I feel like no matter what, this is going to be an entertaining fight, especially if it goes long.
I think it'll be fun. I do ultimately think, though, that fluffy style is going to be difficult for Delice. I think he's going to be quicker. I think he's going to be stronger. I think he's going to be more aggressive. And ultimately, like, I don't think of Delice as like an A+ athlete.
Also,
whereas
that grappling is just
it's just suffocating.
He just puts him in the mix.
Yeah, man. He's a very, very tough guy to deal with, and we've seen him against high level grapplers kind of do the same. Even like in that Brendan Allen fight, there were some moments for Allen there, but like once Hernandez kind of took over, it was rough. Like he's so crushing. That style is very difficult for anybody. I think Delice is going to have a harder time.
If Fluffy wins,
yeah,
it's going to be tough to match him up next, man.
Everybody ahead of him is like waiting for a title shot or like top guy. Yeah,
RDR.
That's the thing. If you're RDR, do you want to risk your title opportunity? If you feel like you're in line, do you want to risk that against Fluffy? That doesn't feel like a smart move to me.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to match him because you got Jared Cannonier fighting MVP next week.
He's got less of a name than these guys, but he's just as good, and the style is and maybe better, and the style is crushing. He seems like the nightmare guy. He seems like the Marab guy, right? Where it's like he didn't have the name value to make you go, yes, I want to fight this guy, no problem. But the style, knowing what you're in for, was really fucking daunting for a lot of people. And so I feel like he's going to have a hard road. If I was RDR, look, don't get me wrong, RDR is a gangster, and he has proven that like throughout his UFC run and even before that. I wouldn't be surprised if he took a fight against Fluffy, but I don't know if tactically that's the right move. When you feel like you have so much momentum right now, that could really halt it very quickly.
Just looking at Fluffy's stats, the Josh Fremd fight, 8 takedowns.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision. The Marc-Andre Barriel fight, 8 takedowns.
Yep.
Subs him in the third. Edmund, 6 takedowns. KOs him in the third. Elbows, just raining him down. Kopylov, 3 takedowns. Subs him in the second. Michel Pereira, 10 takedowns. Elbow KO in the fifth. Then the Brendan Allen, 4 takedowns, unanimous decision. Averages 6.27 takedowns per 15 minutes. He really is like the Marab of middleweight. And that cardio, he just doesn't go away, dude.
No. And beyond that, extremely tough too, right? It's like
savage.
It is insanely hard to get him out of there. So you're dealing with a guy who's not going to quit. So even if you hit him with your best stuff, he's not going to give up. He's not going to quit. He's probably going to still be there. And then when you start to fade, he's coming on. You're kind of fucked. Like it's a very bad style to deal with. Look, don't get me wrong. He's not. I'm comparing him to Marab just based on the basis of like what you're looking at in terms of name versus skill level, right? That's what my comparison to Marab. I don't think he's quite as well-rounded and as good as Marab overall.
Of course, yeah.
There are some ways to beat him. There are holes, there are opportunities there, but you have to be a very special fighter, and you have to be able to capitalize on those holes while defending against what he brings, and defending against what he brings is the hardest part.
Yeah, man, it's a tough task to deal with. Roman Delice, best of luck, my friend. It should be a great fight. Co-main event, Steve Erceg, finally. Thank the gods. Thank the fighting gods. Steve Erceg finally gets a little bit of a break. No disrespect to Ode Osborne, but his last 3 fights, which he lost all of them. Alexandre Pantoja, title shot last year. You already disrespected UFC 301 enough today. Then goes Kai Kara France.
He's pretty good.
Who just came off of a title shot, gets knocked out in the first round. And then, Brandon Moreno, one of the best flyweights of all time, loses by decision back in March. Now he gets Ode Osborne, 5-6 in the UFC, who I don't believe is ranked right now. It's definitely a step down in competition for him.
100%, but I don't think it's like a... To me, it feels like sometimes this could be viewed as like, oh, you're not as good as we thought you were. But if you look at the Steve Erceg fights, like my takeaway is not that like I don't think Steve Erceg could on his best night beat those guys. Maybe not Pantoja, because I think Pantoja's in a different level.
I think
he was
super
super close
to Pantoja.
I think Pantoja will probably do better in the rematch. To me, Pantoja's at a level up here, and he has proven to kind of be there. But even to that point, right? He's that close to beating Pantoja. To me, this is like Steve Erceg needs a win to get his confidence back, more so than I think like Steve Erceg needs a step down in competition. Because I think if he was matched up with Marino or Kai Kara France again, there's worlds where those fights go his way. And so I think this is more of that reset, and you don't often kind of see that anymore. Like it used to be a lot more common where a guy would be on a rough skid and they'd be like, let's get him one to kind of see where he's at. This is one of those fights. I think after this fight, he can jump right back into higher level competition. But I do think he needs to see the ball go through the net once. You know, he needs to see like, oh shit, yeah, I'm still Steve fucking Erceg, the guy who came into the UFC and like set it on fire to get into that title opportunity. I think he just needs to see it one time. But by the way, like for not being ranked, Ode Osborne is not like some cakewalk in my opinion. I know the betting odds have Erceg is a massive favorite. Ode is pretty good, man. Like
the Jamaican sensation. The books think that Erceg's going to see one.
Oh, I know.
Minus 575 on DraftKings right now.
Well, you just look at the level of competition, and as you said, like nearly knocking on the door of beating Pantoja. I think the 5th round goes his way, and it's his. It is certainly a step down in competition. I'm viewing this as like he will win this fight. I think he will win this fight, but I don't think it's going to be like this performance where it's like, oh, the old Steve Erceg's back. He knocked him out in 1 round. Oh my God, I can't play. Maybe it will. Actually, maybe it will. I could also see that happening. But I do think Ode deserves some respect and will probably be pretty game in this fight for as long as it lasts.
We roll along. Yasmin Lucindo taking on Angela Hill. Angela Hill making her 28th walk to the octagon.
God.
She's already got the
Shout out
most
to
fights
Angela.
in women's strawweight history. Most wins in women's strawweight history as well.
That is crazy.
The one thing that sticks out to me here.
Yeah.
Yasmin Lucindo, 23 years old.
Yep.
Angela Hill, 40.
Yep.
17-year age difference. That's got to be one of the biggest in UFC history. I'm looking at a chart right now. I have no idea how up to date it is, but Randy Couture was 16 years older than Gabriel Gonzaga. He was 15 years older than Josh Barnett, 14 than Rico Rodriguez, 14 than Brock Lesnar, 14 than Vitor Belfort. And then Yoel Romero was 13 years older than Robert Whittaker. I don't know how up to date this is. It's got Glover and Yuri on there, 13-year age difference. But man, 17 years is that is massive.
I just want to point you to Lucindo's last fight, in which she fought Amanda Lemos,
who was
38 years old.
Yeah.
So we were in this position just in the last fight where I was like, certainly the youth is going to favor her. And she came out and kind of laid an egg. And Amanda didn't really do much in that fight, if we're being completely honest, and just did enough to win. It was an eye-opening performance for me. It was quite disappointing. Like I thought that was the opportunity to really like stamp it, and she blew that. Angela Hill is not somebody who's going to just let you kind of do that. And so I think she finds herself in a very similar position. This feels like a redo. This feels like okay, you were supposed to like squash Amanda Lemos. You were supposed to show like, I'm the new young up and comer and I'm breaking into this division to show you like I'm here. This feels like another opportunity to do that, but I have to admit I am a little concerned based on the last performance.
Yeah, I think those are proper concerns. That's a great call by you. I completely forgot about that fight.
Yeah.
It should be interesting, and the odds are showing that minus 170, essentially the same she was against Amanda Lemos, and like Amanda Lemos is much higher in the terms of competition and ranking than Angela Hill is.
Yeah, and probably as a fighter as well, but it does like. We do have to acknowledge that like Angela Hill kind of gets in these fights where, much like we're talking about with Steve Erceg, where it's like, yeah, she lost, but like, did she lose? Like she looked pretty damn good. Maybe the judges could have given her away, and she's kind of found herself in 1,000 of those over the course of her career. I think she's better than her. Is she ranked?
Angela Hill?
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now. I feel like strawweight. Yeah, she's 12th. So
I think she's better than 12th, but probably not much. Like I just think she's like a little bit better than that ranking. But I'm not like 40 years old doesn't concern me, because every time I watch Angela Hill, she kind of just like looks the same. Like she does not look like she is losing a step. She does not look like it's wearing on her. She does not look like all the miles in the octagon have kind of added up. She kind of just like does the Angela Hill thing and does it pretty successfully. So I don't know. Like the age doesn't seem to it doesn't matter to me as much and doesn't seem to apply to her. Like she kind of just has this like high volume style, can kind of put people in difficult positions. Not like a super powerful finisher, but she puts up in a volume that it's going to be hard to kind of like wade through what she's doing, and has done it the same way for seemingly her whole UFC career. I've not really seen like a degradation, even though she's got so many fights and is now 40 years old.
And if she wins, she'll be right back in the top 10 of strawweight.
That's where she is. She's just like perennial top 10.
Yeah. That one should be good. Another one that this one might be the people's main event. Andre Fili versus Christian Rodriguez.
Yeah.
This just feels like it's going to be entertaining. Some good scrambles, some good striking. What Fili are we going to get? He's been on the win-lose for like the last 3 or 4 years. But this is a fight that I'm looking forward to. Two guys that I've enjoyed their fights in the past, and they should put on a good scrap together.
I really felt like after the Cub Swanson win that we were going to get the like Fili run. Like it felt like we've been so close to it so many times, and then the mixed results, and I was like, damn, the Swan. And he came on with Ariel, and he was talking about it. Like it felt like it was the time, and then Melky Costa kind of stopped that. This is a very tough fight. Like this is a super tough fight.
C-Rod ain't gonna make it easy for anyone.
No, and as we talked about before, he's kind of like the undefeated record killer. He's just this guy that like does not go away. Extremely talented. I have not looked at the line of this fight. Who is the favorite in this one?
Can you guess it? Can you guess it?
Fuck. C-Rod's small favorite, minus 150?
Minus 245 C-Rod on
Ooh,
DraftKings
that's
right now.
steep because, you know, even though he has had mixed results and we know kind of like what Andre Fili is, at his best, he's extremely talented. Yeah, I guess C-Rod does deserve that credit, though. Like, I mean...
He's nice, and he's young. He's only getting better.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Are both their last fights against Melky Costa?
It's a good call.
Yes.
Good shout.
Holy shit.
And Melky Costa won them both.
Melky Costa beat them both. Yeah, I don't... That feel... Honestly, just this gut reaction, that feels steep, but at the same time, like, it's hard for me to question. Like, if we're talking, like, who do I know is more consistently going to show up and be able to kind of, like, keep a pace and do what he does, it's probably C-Rod. But at his best, I feel like the ceiling is potentially higher on Fili. When he puts it all together, he has this very unique combination of like slick grappling and striking that is hard to deal with. It's probably C-Rod's fight, but I also feel like Fili is live here, especially at that number.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Miles Johns taking on Jean Matsumoto. Matsumoto trying to bounce back after getting his first loss. Got a big opportunity against my guy Rob Font. Great for the bald beard brand. Shout out to
that was like a short notice, right? He stepped in.
I believe so. But I think he was a sizable favorite in that one. Minus 160.
Or did Font step in?
Which is exactly
Something
where
happened.
you don't want to be against Jean Matsumoto. No, it looks like who was Rob supposed to fight on that one?
Font.
Dominic Cruz.
Yes,
Cruz.
I knew there was something with that one.
Yeah, great call there. Yeah, and then he got undefeated Jean Matsumoto and came out victorious, man. Shout out to Rob Font.
Shout out to fucking Rob Font.
I am curious to see Matsumoto bounce back. Gets his first loss of his career. He's only 25 years old. He can be a player at 135. And this is not an easy test against Miles Johns. So I want to see him perform here.
Yeah, and I think he will. And I think it's one of those that like it would have been very easy for us to believe like Matsumoto steps in there and just like destroys Font, and we're just like he's the next guy.
Top
like,
10, 135, undefeated.
Oh, he took the short notice. Oh my God, he's let's herald this guy. It did not go that way, but I'm not any less high on him. I feel like Rob Font is the guy who does that. Neil Magny, Rob Font. There's a few names that you could just point out that it's like it's supposed to go that way, but it never actually does because they don't let it. They're just like too tough, too savvy, too much of a veteran. I think that's more what's at play there. The notice, the opportunity. I feel like we will see the performance that we expected from Matsumoto this time.
Major beef with the UFC here. Last card we're going to talk about on the main card. First one that you're going to see, Eric Anders, former Alabama football player.
Yeah.
Taking on Christian Leroy Duncan. And how are you not going to put the Chris Duncans on the same card? We just saw Chris Duncan in the co-main event of UFC Apex 108, and now we have Christian Leroy Duncan fighting on UFC Apex 109. How do you not put them on the same card?
Unless I'm mistaken, there was a card that they fought on together. I want to find.
I know they fought on one together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they definitely have. How do you not? Just
No,
do it
I
every
like the
time?
back-to-back Duncan. I don't have as much of a problem with it. Duncan 1 week and then Duncan the next week. I like the
Which one is 2 and which one is 1?
in terms of who I think is better.
No, which one is Chris Duncan 1 and which one is Chris Duncan 2?
I think Christian Leroy is going to have to take second because of the third name aspect. Like you have to kind
and
of
the Christian.
yes, you have to cede it to Chris Duncan.
Yeah. Either way, that should be fun.
That's I mean
Christian
that's
Leroy's
it's
he's
a big
rangy
boy scrap.
striker.
It's
fun.
just like it's just two big boys throwing.
I know you cannot wait for the Jocelyn Edwards Priscilla Cachoeira fight. We saw
That's my
Jocelyn
one,
Edwards training at Extreme Couture. You were like, "You ready for the Priscilla Cachoeira fight?" She was like, "Uh-huh." It was great. It was good banter. I wish we had gotten it on camera. And then Uros Medish, that's the one I got circled. This is the Capostas, people's main event of this week.
This is the one. Okay.
Taking on Gilbert Urbina. If you don't know about Uros Medish, never been to a decision. Only been to 1/3 round in his career. He makes scraps fun. He's either icing people or he's getting iced.
Yeah, he's fun.
It's fantastic. Even On Air Jordan is excited to see the doctor. Also, his last name being Medish and him going by
The doctor.
the doctor is
Yeah.
fantastic wordplay. And then big Cody Brundage. I just saw him fight at
Curtain
UFC
jerker,
Atlanta. Fitting that he gets the curtain jerker. So we can see something else crazy happen. Because if you look at his last 6 fights, Mansour Abdul Malik ends in a draw majority after he got finished in the 3rd round. And then it was a no contest, but they took it to a decision.
No, it was a win.
It was a win for Mansour Abdul Malik originally.
And then they adjusted
because they sent it to the scorecard.
That's right.
Only like 90 seconds into the round and scored it for Mansour. So that was one. And then Julian Marquez gets into a war, knocks him out in the 1st round. The one before that, the Abdul Razak Al Hassan no contest, 37 seconds into the bout. Before that,
where he basically gotten what seemed like knocked out, and then it became a no contest.
Shout out. And and then got rear naked choked by Bo Nickel on UFC 300.
Holy
This guy
shit!
fought on fucking UFC 300. Made it to the 2nd round though. Looked decent there. UFC 300.
Yeah, gave Bo a fight.
This motherfucker. 14 months later, going from the main card of UFC 300 to the curtain jerker of UFC Apex 109. And then got the slam knockout of Zach Reese.
Oh yeah, fuck.
In Austin, and then got the win over Jacob Malkoon because Jacob Malkoon elbowed him to the back of the head. Was getting
Bizarre resume.
the last 6 fights for Cody Brundage are insane. I'm hoping it gets even more wild as he takes on Eric McConaughey in the opening fight of UFC Apex 109.
Kicking
And
it off.
He's a favorite, -155. Thanks to
Admittedly, I don't know who Eric McConaughey is.
you fucking kidding me? You don't know EMC?
So
Come on, bro.
I'm not surprised that he's a favorite.
McConaughey's a legend. Cody Brundage is also a legend.
Yes, okay. I remember Neuralston iced him.
Yeah. I think just like very quickly into round 1. No, 30 seconds into round 2.
Yeah.
If you want to look at the odds, you can go on Tapology and just click odds. It'll show you all of them. Against Mansour
You and
Abdul-Malik.
Ariel on the Tapology.
Shout out to Tapology. It's fantastic. You want to know how I found out so quickly about Charles Oliveira having not fought in Brazil since 2020?
You check that.
I clicked location on Tapology, and they have the flag and everything. +600 against Mansour Abdul Malik, -105 against Julian Marquez, +145 to Abdul Razak Al Hassan, +850 against Bo Nickel, +185 Zach Reese, +450 Jacob Malkoon. Guy's not a favorite often.
No.
But he's a favorite this weekend in the first fight of the night of
Looking
UFC
forward to a very bizarre
Apex
result.
109. Quickly go through my bets, Parlay Pals, big hitters, whatnot. Last week
Okay.
I lost there's the card for you in case you needed to see it.
I
Roman
feel
Elite Anthony
exactly the same way as I feel as last week, which is
Same exact thing.
It's like there's some good scraps on here, but no stakes really,
Give me
other
the
than
next
the main event.
Give me the next week.
Yeah, get me to fucking next.
That's how I feel about this one. Last week I lost a unit and a half on Apex 108. I guess the fact that I didn't lose my ass is enough of a win. Parlay Pals though, they won.
We up.
Let's go.
Yeah, we did.
Plus 3.71 units. If you've been taking the bet for the last 33 weeks, You'd be up 3.71.
I don't think we even
And
sweated
you're
any of these, huh? These
Nah,
kind
they
of
were-
all cash quick.
They were all pretty easy. I guess Rafael Estevam, didn't he go to a decision? But all the other ones were early finishes. And we're going to get another win this week, I can tell you that much. Before we get to our Parlay Pals pick, I do have one big hitter. He's a regular occurrence, Mr. Artsy, Mr. Electrocute. He hit this twice, plus 8,000. And it's a parlay of significant strikes, and it's alt lines plus 180 or 185 or more significant strikes in Elvis Brenner, Esteban Rivovics, plus 800, and 155 plus significant strikes in Danny Silva, Kevin Viejos, also plus 800. Hit this twice for 250 Canadian each time. Won 20,250 Canadian on each slip. You can tell by the timestamps at the bottom, 2:45 p.m. and 2:50 p.m. So he turns 500 Canadian into 40,500 Canadian. He also played them as singles. I played this one myself. Did not get nearly as good of a line. Got like plus 1,900, but still, it's not bad.
Plus 1,900 is not bad, but plus 8.
Plus 8, and he hit it twice.
God damn.
I love how he hit it, and then he was like, five minutes later, he's like, I'm gonna hit it again.
I just love a bet on like, yeah, they're putting up Max Holloway numbers. Like, I love a bet on that. That's, that's
also
fucking sick.
The guy's the man, absolute man. Mr. Electrocute on Twitter, give him a follow. Patreon is fantastic. Go subscribe to that. He is the man. He puts his research in and he wins a lot of money. But I tailed this, and the 155 plus had already hit, and all you needed was the Brenner Ribovics 185 plus, and it was such a joy to watch.
It's like,
They're just like they were just putting up numbers. I think they needed one strike going into the third round. Like they were just like, I was just like, I had the ESPN app up, and just like the strikes are updating. I'm just like, yeah, I think we're gonna hit this one. I was like, I was with a bunch of my boys at a bar, and like they actually had it on, so shout out. But I was like, yeah, I just need one significant strike to start round 3, and it just boom. Yeah, they ended up landing like 250 plus. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Electrocute. All right, Parlay Pals for this weekend. I've already gotten Petey's pick. We're gonna keep this train rolling. Woo! Let's go, Parlay Pals. Look at that graphic.
Damn, the gravelly voice.
I love it. He is going with Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD.
He went last week with Chris Duncan, and now he's going with CLD.
It's on brand.
I think you went with Chris
did he
Duncan
not
just
go?
as a dog.
Oh, okay.
Get Estevan.
Got it.
All right, Rick, you go first. I'll go second. Frank, you're last.
Yeah, I'm following what I did last week. I feel like there's something in the main event. Give me money line on Fluffy.
Main event grappler. I like it.
Yeah.
Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy. Shout out. Hard to pick against him when he's won 7 in a row. I'm going to go with Stevie E. Get it back on track. Astro Boy. Sends Ode Osborne to space with a big uppercut.
I see what you did there.
I've been looking at the tea leaves, and I'm going to Matsumoto. Money line.
Why is
Gotta
Jordan
get
giving a thumbs up right now?
What a deep explanation that was, Frankie.
Tea leaves are...
Looked at the tea leaves, they Matsumoto. There it is.
Respect the tea.
All right, my picks very quickly. There it is. Look at the graphics, team. Plus 132. Let's get to over 5 units. Let's do it, guys.
We're on a roll.
I'm down.
I'm already spinning the winnings.
Whoa,
All right, chill out,
easy
Frankie.
there, Frankie.
Chill out.
Easy. All right, I just got 3 bets. There's plenty of money to be made next week. Philly Rodriguez, I think this will just be a competitive fight. I think we go all 15 minutes
Where
there.
do you lean? What do you think?
I don't like the money line. I think it's going to be a close fight.
Yeah,
I think it's going to go all 15.
Okay.
I think Philly's got a scrap for him. Plus 240, I don't know. I'm just going to take fight goes to decision.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take Steve Erceg fight does not go the distance. I think he bounces back. I think he takes him down. I think he gets a submission. Shout out to Steve Erceg. And then a parlay, prop parlay. Little violence. Medish Urbina under 2.5. Medish never been to a decision. Smith Kazama under 2.5. And then Walker Cerquera under 2.5 as well. That pays at minus 116. And those are the bets. Nice and light. Money to be made next week. Money to be made next week.
No, we're making money this week, bro.
No, I know, but last pay-per-view was very profitable for me. Okay. Hopefully 319 will also be profitable. Before we get into the pound for pound, did you watch the challenge last night?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Let's go.
Did you?
Blue out.
She's gone.
Blue's one of the characters.
She's bounced.
She got bounced. Our guy Ben got a little sports broadcasting practice in.
He did. He was commentating the elimination, which was fantastic.
Yeah, that was great. Biggest takeaway, though, Will. Tough look.
Yeah, not good.
Tough look. If you didn't watch, this guy Will, he hooked up with one of the girls in
D.
like the D in the in the pre-hotel beforehand, and then she started hooking up with Bananas.
Yeah,
live on the
Bananas
show.
was locked onto her from the very jump, and
Yeah, I think from the get-go, he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all went out to a bar. Will had a little bit too much to drink, started getting emotional. They got on the bus. He's punching seats. They get back. He's trying to creep on Bananas and D, acting like they've been dating for a while. And then he punches a wall. His hand swells up, and then he sobs like a baby on national television.
not a great look for our boy.
Can you imagine waking up like hung over his balls, and it's like, man, what happened last night? It's like, let's just show you, man. And it's just like, D, and it's like you crying, and it's like, oh, can you guys cut that? It's like, no. This is going to be the focal point of the episode.
No, this is going to be the entire episode.
National television. Yeah, it was a tough look, man. You could not, you could not get me to do that on national TV.
No. It was
no
great
chance.
to see our boy Bane for the 15 seconds of screen time that he got again this week.
No, man, can we get the guy some screen time?
At least they gave him the commentary moment right there.
Yeah.
I like that because that was like playing into his thing.
People started arguing at a bar, and like he ran over to break it up, and then they went to commercial. Like it was like Bane was like, and then it flashed off. I was like,
There was one other moment where they're like talking about the bar situation, and then they cut to Bane, and you see like him do one dance move, and then they cut away.
Yeah, when they were walking into the bar, they showed him for like 3 seconds, and he's like, and then it cuts away. It's almost like the Leo DiCaprio. Like I'm just like,
oh, there's Bane.
there he is. Hey.
What are you thinking so far? You're now 3 weeks in.
A lot of drama.
High drama.
Challenges weren't as fun this time,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Elimination was good though.
I'll watch next
It was a good contest. The other challengers who always watch from the side seemed to be very into what they were doing. They were giving a lot of plaudits and showering them with praise. It's been a decent start to the season so far. That's what I'll say. These things definitely always escalate.
Heat
like
up,
this
yeah.
is like
you get to know the characters.
Early.
People start doing crazy shit. People that you think are going to win get knocked out.
People double cross.
Yeah.
More hookups, more drama. I mean, Will starting early on the hookup drama, crying and this and whatnot.
Tough look for my guy Will, man.
We'll see
I
if
hope
that
he was
makes.
not watching with friends and family last night.
We'll
If
see-
I was watching with friends and family and that was
they
me,
saw
I'd be like-
that.
I'd be like, this isn't exactly how I remember it. Is it really this bad?
He doesn't remember it. Let's be real.
They did like the pinky promise, kissing their hands. They're like, "Are you okay, Will? Are you okay?" He's like, "A pinky promise." It's like tears are streaming down his eyes over a girl he hooked up with once. I was like, God, dude, this is a tough look.
Yeah, it wasn't great. A lot of my friends who watched the challenge were texting me about it, and
Yeah, I'm in though. I'm gonna watch the whole season.
thank you.
Shout out to Bane. Shout out to the challenge.
Shout out to Bane. Shout out to the
I
challenge.
think he's got big things coming. That's our weekly challenge breakdown. All right, pound for pound this week. It's a little bit meta. Rick, not a huge fan of this one. We're running near the end of the well. Only kidding. Apex 109. You know, this isn't top Chicago's, but when we were in Las Vegas, we went to the UFC PI.
Yes.
And we had not only one, but two run-ins with Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Correct.
First one is in like the hot tub area, and the door is open, and we're like, "Oh, go ahead, man." And he's like, "No, you guys go ahead." And we're like,
Anthony, come on.
We'd be angry if you didn't, please. We'd be offended if you didn't. He's like, all right. And then as we're leaving, he's once again standing by the door. And this time he's just like, doesn't even offer it up, hands in pockets. He's like, all right, guys, have a good day. See ya. Like, hit the bricks, man. You guys go out the door first this time.
But acknowledges, respectful, friendly.
Incredibly nice guy,
Nobody's
yes.
saying anything. Everybody's walking in, head down, headphones on, this, that. And Anthony's just like, see you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys. Thanks for coming to the UFC Apex. And I was just like, thanks, Fluffy Hernandez. Good luck in your next fight, man. Like it was like a This Is Sports Center commercial.
It was bizarre.
But anyway, it was just
Because of how nice he was.
such a nice guy. But it was just very funny. Like it got us thinking on just like minor social faux pas that create like, I don't want to say full on awkward moments where you're like, oh my God, get me out of here. But it's like these things where you're just kind of like, yep. Yep.
I wish I wasn't here right
Just
now.
like kind of wish I wasn't here, kind of ready for this to be over.
Yeah.
Like not real awkward, but just like little uncomfortabilities. So that is our pound for pound rankings this week. Daily faux pas, daily awkward interactions. You'll understand it more as we get into it. Frank, what's the order?
The order is going to be Frank, then Connor, then Rick.
All right, Frank.
I'm last?
Let it rip.
I can't believe I'm
Yeah.
last
Let it
for
rip,
this one.
Frank.
All right. My number 5, I refer to it as the double dap. So we know you go in for a dap, someone offers you a handshake. That might be considered the awkward dap.
Yeah, that's bad.
But I call it the double dap is when the two then change roles. Dapper's now handshaker, handshaker's now dapper.
But you're still fucking it up.
You're still fucking it up.
They
And
reverse, they flip.
Finally, there's some sort of ending to it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
so
I call it the
bad.
double
Oh,
dap.
wow.
Okay, so the way that I avoid this is I just completely acknowledge it. I'm like, man, we fucked that one up, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, dude, we fucked this one. We fucked this one. Let's just dap. Then you have to call it out what you're going for.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
My neighbor has actually, because we always do this, has been like, all right, I'm going to do this and you do this every time we see each other, which we're just done because it got too awkward.
I've noticed something. I'm maybe I'm off base here, but I don't really see Frank giving a lot of daps.
Nah, he's a big like hey or like a knuckles.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Frank daps. I got to be honest.
Sorry,
I don't think
man.
I've ever given
I don't
Frank a dap.
ever want to say hi to you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
My number
I'm a
4
piece of shit. I get it.
is enjoying a meal. And what I mean by this specifically is
Fuck.
your waiter or counter service, they say enjoy your meal, and then you look at them and you say, you too.
Okay.
And
then-
this is the you too.
You too.
Have a nice
too.
flight. You too.
Yeah.
And then it's like, shit, why did I just tell
Enjoy
this
your
person
movie.
to
You
me?
too. God
I
damn.
love Frank's use of the meme so far.
Yeah, that was nice.
Quite
Circa
good. I have no
2010.
visuals. Do you have any visuals?
No.
Okay.
No visuals. Just
My number 3 is, well, who hangs up first? There's that awkwardness where you're sitting on the phone and you thought the other person is going to hang up. They thought you were going to hang up. You could hear someone kind of breathing. And then it's like, oh, I thought you were going to hang up. Oh, I thought you were going to hang up. It's like so fucking weird, especially if it was after like a heated conversation or something.
I'm a big hanger-upper. I'm putting that phone
You just
down.
hang it up.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I'll see you later, man. Peace.
For the audio listeners, the illustration on that one was like a clay style animated man.
Yeah. One day we're gonna
confused.
do. Yeah, there it is. Shout out. One day we're gonna do pet peeves. One of my pet peeves, and I call this out on anyone who does it, is you're on the phone with them and you're clearly like chilling, and then they're like, "All right, man, I'll let you go," and it's like,
Oh, I'll
I
let
don't
you
have,
go.
I don't have to go anywhere, man. I'm good. I'm
Got
good.
it.
You don't have to let me go. I always call people out on that.
My number 2 is, what's their name?
Ooh,
When you
yeah,
know
this is
someone,
tough.
you need to talk to them, you don't remember their name. I've avoided talking to that
Yep.
person just because I don't want to. So
Yep.
I've gotten to the point where I just tell people like, oh, I'm so bad with names. What is your name?
What is
If
your
it's-
move? What is your move?
To be honest, I ask other people. Like,
Yeah.
camera guy Nick can actually
Really?
attest to this.
Okay.
I've been like, I'll describe them. Like, I was talking to
What-
so-and-so. I don't know their name. Do you know who they are?
What about
'Cause
like a buddy, a guy, a what's up,
Oh,
chief?
I'm big man, bro, brother.
What's up, bro?
my man?
My man.
Big dog. What's up? Just do that
call me
just to
my name.
avoid calling them their name. And the worst is when they call you by your name, and then
And you're like,
Yeah, when they like clearly, they're like, oh, it's your birthday today, isn't it? Your phone number is, and it's like, holy shit.
have you ever been in that scenario and tried to do the name and blown it?
no,
Absolutely.
I don't blow the name. I need to be like 90% sure. But when I'm 90% sure,
There's a tight butt moment
I-
right there.
a little bit tight butt, but I also say it so fast and I mumble that they
mumble
won't
it
know.
out.
Like say like Frank, if I didn't know your name, but I was like 90% sure it was Frank, I'd be like, yo, what's good, Frank?
And they're like, did you say friend?
they in their ear, they're like, oh, he said Frank. But if it's not your name, then you could be like, no, my name's Jim. I'd be like, that's what I said. Dude. I know it's fucking Jim. I know it's Jim. What's up,
then
big
they
dog?
go-
And then
Has
I go in for the
anyone ever-
dap, and then they go in for the knuckles, and it's like,
And then you get the DDP phone call where they're like, his name is actually Frank.
yeah.
He just tricked you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I have that written down in my honorable mentions. And like you pass a threshold where it's like it would be insulting to ask, like, what's your name again, man?
Can I make a confession? I'll just ask.
Wow.
Yeah, if someone asked me after I'd like said what's up to them like 20 times, and they were like, what's your
I'll be like, sorry. I know we've talked 100 times. I forgot your name.
There's some
Sometimes
people in
they-
this office.
It gets so excited to like talk about someone that we all know, and I, for some reason, just blank the name of the person at the time. So I'll be like, oh, what's her name? And they're like,
There-
you mean Andy? I'm like, yes.
There's some people in
For
this
Andy?
office.
It happens with Connor all the time.
Oh,
like,
boy.
I'm just like trying to say something really quick about, oh, the dude, what's his name?
George.
that's-
You're like, oh, that George guy.
That's just you getting old. That's just early onset Alzheimer's.
It's tough.
There are a couple people in this office that I would actually consider to be my friends, and I
Just
don't know-
ask 'em.
and I don't know.
That's what I would do.
I will sit down and have lengthy conversations with these people, and in the back of my mind the whole time I'm like,
You have nicknames for these
I don't
people.
know. Fucking, yeah, we have nicknames for these people. So yeah, I feel you, Frank. What's your number one, bro?
My number one is literally death.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, don't die.
So what I actually mean by this is when you're telling a story and then you're like, oh, well, you know, they passed away a few years ago. And then the other person is like, whoa, I'm so sorry. And it's like, no. I was only mentioning that they were dead because of like I needed to give you some context. Like I'm not necessarily like trying to fixate on that. Or they're like, oh, what happened to so-and-so? It's like, oh, they died. And then it's like, oh, well, how? There's just that awkwardness of like, do you say that you're sorry? Do you ask into how that person died? What do you say after it? Like, I think we've all agreed that the subject of death is taboo enough where it's like, it's just awkward to bring it up and how you respond. The biggest thing is like the I'm sorry, especially when it's someone you don't know. And it's just like, dude, like, you're not responsible for their death or my feelings of it. Super fucking awkward.
I'm still not clear. Which side of the convo are you on?
Both. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't even want to mention that the person died because you know it's going to put the other person into a weird, like, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay.
Or if I ask,
But do
like,
you-
oh, what happened to your girlfriend? It's like, yeah, she died. It's like, oh, shit.
Okay, so learning from that lesson, do you not say I'm sorry? Like, what do you say when somebody says, "Oh, they died"?
Oh, man, it just depends because it happens so quickly. The worst, I actually remember someone called me once and they were like, my father just died. And I was like, are you for real? Then, like,
Are you for
later
real? Is a horrible
later
answer.
that day, I apologized because I was like, obviously the feelings are really, you know, raw, and I was like, I'm sorry. I said, there's like, no, Frank, like you're totally fine. I was also surprised, so your reaction was genuine. Like nobody expected this to happen. He was coming home from the hospital, blah blah blah. It was like, holy shit. So just the foot and mouth, like, I guess so. Now every conversation I go into, I expect that death might come up at some point, and I have like a running list of things I should say, which is like, all right, next, and sorry to hear that. What are you doing on Friday? You know, just a Rolodex of things.
Which one? Who died? So, but isn't it, to that point, isn't it like so routine now where it's like, this person died, I'm sorry, and then you just kind of move on from it? It's kind of just
like,
like,
oh shit, my bad. I didn't know, man. I'm sorry about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
But
had
that's the thing is sometimes it's completely benign. Like you don't need to be sorry, right? It's just telling a story. It's like, oh, it comes up
Yeah, I mean,
more
if you
often.
jump on like my grandpa died in 2014, and you're like, I'm so sorry. It's like he was 97. It was natural causes.
See,
It's like,
but that's like you start to almost like
so
justify
sorry.
it, right?
Yeah.
But
I
the worst is sorry, Jordan.
I can understand. Actually,
I'm
when
so
Frank
sorry,
gave me this list, I would, like really did not understand where this is going. Now that he's describing it, this has actually happened to me where I was in class in high school and a
I'm
teacher
sorry,
was
man.
like, "Oh, in front of everybody, how's your grandma?" I was like, "She died like 4 years ago."
oh fuck!
And she was like, "That was in the teacher's lounge. I knew that."
Should I have said I'm sorry instead of laughing
No.
super
Nah.
No,
fucking
because
loud
I
at that?
also laughed when she did it.
yeah.
But you guys have never gotten the, well, how did they die? It's like, oh, do we really want to fucking open that?
I think
can of
that's
worms?
weird. I think that's an awkward.
How did they die is bizarre
Yeah,
because
no
it's like
need to ask that.
you volunteer that. You
No
don't
need to
ask
ask.
somebody
Yeah, I learned
that.
that one the hard way.
No, that is actually the knee jerk everyone always asks when someone dies. How did
I mean,
they
I
die?
only ask that if I have killed that person and I want to cover
Right.
it up and
It's like,
don't
well,
want to.
how'd they
It's
die?
something you want to
Oh, it was an
admit.
accident. Okay.
Oh, how'd they die?
How'd that work?
Oh,
They never found the
shit.
body. All right, well, that's interesting.
Okay.
All right. Pretty. I gotta
honest
say,
list.
pretty impressive list by Frankie, and the accompanying visuals
Yeah,
like really
the
set it
visuals
off.
were great there.
Try not to
Frankie.
die.
All right. Number 5, I call this like, I don't really have a name for it. Like, it's like a stuck conversation. So
Okay.
like you are talking to someone and then you are like in line or like you're in an elevator
Oh,
or like you're
okay.
saying peace to them and then you guys walk the same way, but the conversation is completely dead.
There's
like there's
nothing
nothing
left.
to say, but you're just like stuck in this like thick silence. And like you're just like both like thinking of something to say and it's just like plans for the week, just like anything to fill the silence, and like you're stuck there. Like it's like you're at a bar, the open bar at the wedding, and it's like a guy you kind of know, and like you guys are conversing, and then like the line is not moving at all, and you're just done talking, and you just kind of have to stand there. Same thing, elevator, just like just a stuck conversation.
Has the phone mitigated this to an extent?
Helps you
pull
to an
out the
extent.
phone, and then you're just like, all right, that was it.
But then you have the awkward of like, okay, now he pulled out the phone, now I have to pull out the phone, and like the silence is still just ringing in your ears, and you're just like, fuck this.
I start playing
worst.
Magic immediately.
The worst, yeah. Can't stand it. Number 4, it's like, I didn't really know how to put this. It's essentially just farting. It's like, someone farts in public and you're like, you don't want them to feel awkward, like when they're embarrassed, like, and you're just like, oh God, or you do it and you didn't think anyone was around and then you turn around and someone's there and you're like mortified, or like you fart and it's like, oh, that was silent. And then it's like, you're sitting there and we're having a conversation and you're just like, to yourself, you're like, oh my God, that smells like a demon was just inside me. And you're like, they have to smell this. They have to smell this right now. Okay, you can see it. You're like, they have to smell this right now. This is so uncomfortable. This is so awkward.
What is the proper protocol? Do you acknowledge?
Silent and it smells terrible, you don't acknowledge it. And if they bring it up, you're like, I don't smell anything. No.
Oh, so you deny.
Yo, you deny. You die. And then if it's loud and they hear it, I don't know what you do. Like, at that point, you just kind of have to own it.
What if you're the smeller? What do you do?
Man, I
do
don't
you acknowledge?
know.
Do you
I
go,
don't know.
hey, did you fart?
It's so tough. And then another layer to this is like, you're in the bathroom, which is where you're supposed to do it. But like, you're in the bathroom and you're at the urinal and it's some guy you don't know at all. And you guys are just staying there and it's dead silent. And they just
Rip it.
blow it out. And you're just like, all right, man. I guess that just happened. Like, okay, cool. Like that actually happened to me yesterday in this office. I was just
Frank, what the fuck?
I was just at a urinal and had two just let out just like the loudest, like most offensively loud fart. And now I see him walking around the office and I'm like, what's up, man? Like, what's
Mr.
up, fart
Farter?
face?
What about when it's like a war zone in the bathroom? Like everyone is because like one person does it, they think it's like permission to go ahead and
all
like, go
four
to.
stalls are just taken. And it's just like
it's almost
oh God.
a choir of farts.
I've been in the position where I've smelled it and I've just been like, all right, somebody farted. I don't really like get to.
I'm talking one-on-one. Some people get offended by
Oh,
farts.
really?
Oh, you've never been around someone where like
No.
if someone farts and someone's like, "Are you
Who did
serious,
that?"
man? Are
No,
you serious?
I've never been
We're-
around that.
Dude, we're sitting in this car right now. You fucking serious?
Oh my
Which
God.
makes me laugh even harder.
Oh my God.
Connor literally farts on me, so I don't know.
Because I cannot take it seriously. It's just too funny for me. So like when people get offended, I start laughing more. But yeah, like you're in an elevator and someone rips one and it's just like, oh God, that's like
I had a situation.
the devil's ass crack. Boiled eggs.
That's the word.
Oh
I
God.
had a situation in a
spinach.
bathroom once.
Oh man.
It wasn't good. I was by myself. Someone comes in. It must have been a father and a son because the kid was like, "Daddy, what is that?" And the guy in this like southern type accent was like, "Sounds like someone. It smells like someone's got a case of the rut gut." That's the first time I heard that term.
Man.
Oh,
Should
shit.
we address whenever you're in the bathroom and you're sitting in there and then the stall next to you, the guy that you work with comes in and you can recognize him by his shoes.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? We all got to go.
I just sit there.
That
and wait
happens.
for them
That happens to me and Frank all the time. Always like,
Got to the point
oh,
where I
that's
look at
Frankie.
the shoes to see who I'm with.
all right, this is way too unserious. We're all in our 30s.
All
this
right,
is ridiculous.
all right.
Number 3,
That's good.
more professional workplace stuff. Zoom call interruptions. This even happens sometimes, like on the air with PT because he's on Zoom.
Let's
but
circle
like,
back on that in a moment.
you each say something at the same time, but because of the delay, it's like you're now talking over each other, and then you both quit, and now it's silent, and then you both start back up again, and then you both have to quit, and then it's silent. Or the inverse, you're both like, I'm going to power through because they're going to stop, and then you just keep talking and talking, and then you're inevitably
Timing's never right.
Inevitably, you end up with just like silence for like 5 to 10 seconds, and it's like, okay, you go, man. No, you go. Okay, you go. And it's just like, fucking hell, man, dude.
It is real. How much time is wasted?
How
on
much
that?
time is wasted?
If you added it up at the end of the year, you probably have like a whole other work day.
Zoom call interruptions. Number 2, and this has been happening to me way too lately now that I'm like in my late 20s, early 30s. Water going down the wrong pipe. You're sitting there drinking, and then you're just like, like you just start coughing your ass off. My eyes start watering. And then, of course, everyone's just like, you good, man? You all right? You dying back there? You choking? And it's like,
Is
just
it
fine.
Jackman
Just-
flu?
Just the water went down the wrong pipe, tears streaming down your face, like coughing your ass off. Happens to me all the time. I'll just be sipping water and it happens.
Just the other day, I was eating my food and I had a spicy pepper and something went down the wrong tube. And then Andy was like, "Oh, is it like really spicy?" And I was like, "No, I'm just dying. I'm just."
That's a classic. Yeah, no,
I just had a
Just
fucking-
thinking of this.
I'm just
I
gonna
just
die.
had a fucking seed go down my throat and I'm
just
dying
gonna die.
over
It's
here.
the worst, especially when you're with strangers and they're like, "You okay, man?" It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Just leave me.
That's a fear of mine, is because I'm always fucking around that when I'm actually choking to death, the last thing I'm going to hear is like, Frank, knock it off, dude. That's gross.
More than feeling uncomfortable, I'm just like, will this ever end?
That's
In
what
my
I'm saying.
head, I'm just like, holy fuck, can I just not be coughing for a second?
All right, number one, was an easy one for me. When you are telling a story and no one is listening, and you slowly realize that, and you're gonna just have to be like, all right, I'll just go fuck myself, and you sort of just let it tail off, and then you just kind of go back into your own hole. And it's just like you're with a big group of people, 5, 6 people, and you start telling a story, and you're looking around like no one's listening, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it really is the
I do that too, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Rick playing magic
So like
all the time.
one-on-one, it's kind of like, okay, I get it, you're not listening. You can kind of call that person out. But when it's like a group of like 6 people, it's like, okay, I'll
I
just.
start to involve
one does
other
that.
people or the infamous, and then I found $20.
Yep. And then I found $20. Mine is, I'll just go fuck myself.
You just eject. You're just
Yeah,
like, fuck
just eject.
this.
Just
So-
eject.
Yeah, I guess you have to. Now, you start without realizing it, and then at some point halfway through, you're like, oh, fuck, they are not listening. What are they doing? Like, in the group setting, what
They're
are
just
they doing?
literally not making eye contact. They're just talking about
They
something
just
else.
checked out.
Yeah,
They're
They're
walking
off
down the
over
street
here.
on their phone.
phone. Yep.
Today I
gathering.
had to wave down Rick. Like I said something to him, just small talk. And
When?
because he's so the first thing this morning, I made a comment about the chocolate. You
Ah,
just
yes.
stared at the chocolate.
No. Time out. Time.
Take all the time you need.
Headphones were in on this. This was not just me ignoring. Headphones were in, listening to voicemails, could not hear you.
Let me get this right then. So when I
Yes.
walked in, sorry to break the fourth wall on everyone here. I walked in, you said, "Good morning, Frank," but you had no intention.
No,
of
I didn't want to
hearing any
continue the
sort of-
conversation.
No
See,
need to continue
if you're
beyond
busy, head down. Then don't fucking acknowledge people when they come in.
No, you
this
came.
should be on your list.
Look, you came in,
Then don't say anything.
later than everybody else. I thought it would be nice to just acknowledge your presence and just recognize that, hey, oh my God, Frank's actually here. Holy fuck. And then just
But
not continue the
You
conversation.
didn't
from
want to
there.
hear any rebuttal.
No, not at all. Still don't, honestly. Wish you would stop talking.
All right,
all
better
right.
Jesus.
number 5.
How do you sleep at night? You're an animal.
Quite well, actually. I sleep like a baby. Number 5 for me. Silent room. Everybody just doing their own thing. What's the only way that this goes wrong? The bubble guts. The bubble guts. You get that rumble. You get that rumble in your tummy, but it's just a little too loud. That one's just a little too loud that everybody goes, oh, you all right?
You all right, man?
You okay?
That's my favorite.
You
I
okay
am
over there?
fucking fine. I don't need you to ask.
Yeah, just didn't
good,
eat
bro?
this morning. I'm all right. We're going to be okay. But those bubble guts, when that happens, it does make me, on all the things that we've done so far, I don't really get that uncomfortable with them because I really just don't give a shit about most things. This one does get me because I'm just like, I'm going to have an explanation now. We are going to have a discourse about this. I can't just like eject. Like I'm sitting here and you're like, oh, you didn't shit your pants or you didn't eat today or whatever. Like there has to be a full-on conversation that comes from this. Okay, number 4. I'm calling this the stolen wave. We're walking. Somebody's like, hi, how you doing? Guess what? It was for the wave. It was for the person back there.
Oof.
Okay.
That one ain't for you.
I have this on my honorable mentions. This will never happen to me because I have to be so confident.
You don't acknowledge.
Sure. Even if I'm like 90% sure they're waving at me, I still won't even acknowledge them until I'm 100% sure because that ain't happening to me. I will not allow someone be like, hey, and then me be like, hey, how's it going? And then they're not looking at you all and you turn around and it's like, oh, fuck me. Like,
It has
I would wanna
happened
crawl out
to
of my
me
skin.
maybe like 5 or so times. Only one time did the person who was waving recognize that I was thinking that the wave was for me and be like, no, not you. That happened to me one time. The other handful of times, it was just kind of like a, huh, and then they didn't realize that I was like trying to, and then the person comes by and is like, oh, hi, and then it's there. But one time the person was
bad.
like, no, not you.
Yeah.
That's for them. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Bad.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Brutal.
That's uncomfortable.
Number 3, we're calling this the phantom trip. You're walking
I got
along.
this one too.
You're walking along.
Yep.
Everything's fine. Nothing in your way. Nothing on the floor. Nothing going to stop you. And you just do that little stumble. You have to do the look
Oh,
back.
you look back.
What did I
Check.
trip over?
Every time, just
And I realized that at this point, the
There's
look back,
shit there.
the look back is for everybody else because I already knew there was nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you
There
just
is
wanna
nothing
prove
to
that
look
you're-
back.
yeah.
I'm just trying to show you, if you saw me stumbling like a fucking idiot, that I thought there was something there. Oh, there's not anything there? Does that make it better, you fucking idiot?
Okay,
Next
so
time, just shout, "Oh my God, the world is spinning!"
something that actually happens in New York a decent amount is that sidewalks are like the slightest amount
Yes.
of uneven, and you can get caught on that if you're not careful, and that will happen. And like you'll do the look back, and people will be like, "There's nothing there." It's like, no, the fuck, the
there's a little
sidewalk's
bit of-
uneven.
There's
bro.
a little bit of unevenness.
This was in my honorable mentions
Hate the
as well.
phantom trip. It happens to me a bit. Sometimes the foot just drags and you get fucked. It is what it is. Number two, this is basically a variation of yours, which is the goodbye, not where you're together and it's like, yeah, this conversation's over, and you're like, bye, but then you actually aren't going by.
You're not
You're
going
going
anywhere.
either the same direction or you're stuck there and you can't escape.
Oh, you're going this way too?
Oh, and then you inevitably have
plans
to
for
have
the
that
weekend?
awkward, you have to keep the conversation going. A lot of times I diffuse most of these just being like, oh, that's weird, and then just continuing. Like you said, you kind of just call it out and do it. My number one is the one that bothers me the most because it is the most frequent for me, and it's the botched dap. The botched dap.
Oh,
I can't stand a botched dap.
Painful. The high that you get when a dap is perfect compared to the
We fucked it up.
embarrassment and just the pure detest you have for yourself after you just mess it up.
Well, it's such an easy thing. It's like we just have to get on the same page on this one thing, right? And you can kind of read the body language and you can see the hand coming in and you're supposed to take the cue and you're supposed to know what it is. And somehow we fucked it up. We are idiots, and I can't stand that we did that.
It's the worst.
So
It's
I
the
hate a
worst.
botched dap.
A couple of honorable mentions I have. When someone holds the door too early for you. I'm a big walk through and then push unless the person's right there. Then I'll hold it for
Oh, and
them.
you have to speed
And
up.
I'll step to the side. But yeah, when you're 15 meters out and the dude's holding it, and you got to do the fake, just
The
appreciate
hustle.
that, man. Appreciate that, dude. Just the fake ass little jog. Appreciate that, man. I actually don't appreciate it at all. I can open my own door. I don't need you to hold this shit for me. Dap error.
Have you ever told anybody to let the door go?
Yeah, a couple
Just
times.
like,
I'm just it's all good, man.
Go ahead.
I'll get it. No worries about it. A slip of the tongue.
Mm.
Like you say, belly jeans instead of jelly beans. You say shit instead of shirt, and then everyone's just like, "Oh, you spilled something on your shit." It's just
Georgia.
yeah. Augusta, Georgia. That wasn't really a slip of the tongue. That was more
The worst though is when
ignorance.
you get on a subway car and someone you know gets on at the same time or is already in there. I have literally rolled my eyes before because I was already planning on going to read this article.
Stuck conversation.
Yeah,
you're stuck into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst. I got the walking tripping over nothing. Man, bro, my guy. You can't remember someone's name. Oh, you come out of the bathroom. There's someone there that you need to meet. They go in for the handshake. Freshly washed
Hands
hands.
wet?
There were no paper towels. They're wet. So now you're left with two options. You either tell them, just wash my hands, and they're like, I don't care, and you just put a soaking wet hand in theirs, and that's the handshake. Or you have to do the dude, just wash the hands, man. Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Have you ever done the just wash my hands and just put the hands away?
Nah.
I've done that plenty of
pretty
times.
committed to it.
I'm just just wash my hands, and then I don't even acknowledge further that we are going to have some kind of touching interaction.
Yeah, and then also on top of that, you're now shaking the hand. You just washed the hand. Now it's
Now you wanna wash it again.
We're nice and dirty again. Yeah, the just wash the hand stuff. I did have the wrong wave on there. And then when you give someone you're passing in the hallway, happens frequently at my apartment, and you give them a hey, how's it going? And they're either looking at their phone or they looked at you and then they looked back towards the hallway and they just ignore you.
Oh,
it's happened a couple
That feels
times.
rude.
Yeah.
It's a big you talk about the story. It's I'll just go fuck myself. That you walk in and you're just oh, just fuck me, right?
Because it's such a minimal interaction. All you got to
yeah.
do is even just look
yeah.
at it. You just got to acknowledge it a little bit.
oh, what's up, man?
Ah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Also, quick question for the group here. When you walk in a hallway and you see someone you haven't seen in a while and you acknowledge them, oh, hey, how's your day going? Great. How long before you need to acknowledge them again on the next pass by? So
What do you mean?
An hour later, you see the same person in the hallway.
So what I do is when I see someone for the first day, it's like a yo, what's good, man? How's it going? And we'll have a little conversation. If I see them again, then you're just getting a head on. unless it's been like several hours.
I might not even head nod. Once I've
I just
acknowledged
give
you
him
the first time, we're not even
That's what I mean, like
acknowledging
the
it anymore.
threshold. So for Rick, it's 0. You got the intro. We're done.
Yeah, we did that.
Several
already.
hours for Connor. I guess I'm a several hours guy as well.
Yeah. The head nod.
Are there any in the chat? Did anybody?
I know. I'm looking right now. Bubble guts while squatting weight. No. I used to get bubble guts while group study sessions.
Oh!
Hey, look at this. This is the best.
The girl you have a crush on is in the group, and she's like, "What's up with your fucking gut, bro?"
Oh, there's nothing worse than being with a girl, and it's like, oh god.
That fucking gorgonzola.
I have the amount of like, oh shit. I'm actually I'm getting a call. I gotta step out for a second. Yeah, one sec. My mom's calling me. Look at this though. Best pound for pound list yet.
Oh, people liked it.
Yeah, pound for
Rick had
pound was
no
probably one of the
faith
most
in it.
comedic ones of all time. Yeah, Rick hated it. Yeah, there it is. Shout out.
I'm actually happy with my list now. I was a little. You know what it is? I like safety, and I don't like to feel like I'm not on the track. I don't like to feel like an outsider, and so I felt like my list wasn't going to be good enough.
Someone said this perfectly. We were trying to think of a name for this all week. Someone said the It's Tough Moments tier list.
Oh, I love it.
All of these are like afterwards. You're just like,
Give this person a producer credit. That was fucking
shout out.
amazing.
That was great. Shout out to Brian William, 1997.
Shout out Brian Williams.
Shout out to him. If it's someone you know, then you only acknowledge them once. Good friend multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's someone you know.
Wait, so
then
your
it's just
friends, you're like, you do the whole thing in the morning, like, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And then the next time you see them, you're like, my bro. You do it again?
Well,
That seems
some
weird.
people come up and want to dap.
If I know them, then I'm not even worried about it.
I don't even think
I'll
about 'em.
ignore them. I'll say what's
Yeah.
up if I have something to say. Salito says spending the night at a girl's place and your stomach starts rumbling, but you still
All
have
right,
a
so
long
it
way to
feels
go.
like the bubble guts has really like taken hold in the.
That is all time.
So on that same thread, what about coughing in a really silent room? Like you're in like a college class and it's like 1,000 people in there and you have the coughs and they won't freaking stop.
You got to
I
leave
hate
the
that.
room, right?
Sick.
The coughs or the laughs. Like if you're in a really serious scenario and you and like one of your boys starts laughing and then you can't stop, that's not really awkward.
Funeral.
Oh, funeral. I was at a
sorry.
Hans Zimmer candlelight concert earlier this year off the Pendulum, and I absolutely could not stop laughing. And it's like these 4 people on like a string quartet, and I am in the audience, like tears streaming down my face because I expected it to be a full orchestra, and then it was just 4 dudes out there. I also expected it to be real candles. It was fake candles, and for some
incredible.
reason I was like, I was dying. So the people I was with started dying, and then it was just this like cyclical thing where we couldn't.
How
stop
did it
laughing.
resolve? At a certain point, everybody was just like, got it out.
It got to a point where like people started looking at us, and I was like, all right, we got to be serious. We got to be serious. But it was like tears, fucking.
Did you consider just getting up?
I was on the far end of the auditorium. There was no getting up.
If I'm in that scenario, and this is what I've, being a parent has like attuned me to this. If the kid starts crying, if you're coughing, if whatever, my default is instantaneous, get the fuck out of there. Instantaneous. If I'm going to disrupt anything or my kid's going to disrupt anything, grab them, go. And I'm just like, eject from this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. I also didn't want to eject because I was laughing so hard. Probably
wanted
the
to
hardest
enjoy
I've
it.
laughed all year. Like I was like, I could not stop laughing, man. True King 1857 says the list and people's replies have taught me I'm not as big of a weirdo as I thought. We're all awkward.
Yeah, we're all.
We're all awkward. It happens all the time. Skullface 3000 says in an empty auditorium, cough on purpose to assert your dominance.
There we go.
Show him who's boss.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
professor starts speaking and you're just like, "Ah!"
Yeah. Yeah. Are you all right, man? Yeah.
All right.
God,
That was,
I love
you know what?
That was a good one.
I stand corrected. It was a great idea. I feel like we executed well. We all had solid lists. The fans enjoyed it. I stand corrected.
Good laughs are rare, man.
I was wrong. All right.
he
I
was
was
wrong.
fucking
The
wrong.
first time
I was
in his
wrong. First time in
Uh,
my life I've ever said it.
Jano Smanaj says good laughs are rare. Yeah. Me and my boys used to always call it good rolls. Where
Yeah.
you're just fucking rolling laughing, man.
One of my hardest times I've laughed in my entire life was this scenario that Andy just brought up. Was me and my best friend best man. At the time, just somebody I kind of knew and became friendlier with over the years to the point that now he's my best friend. We were at a funeral for our friend, and everybody was so fucking serious that it just cracked us up. Like, we could not fucking stop.
Because once you start, then it just gets funnier.
It just got funnier, and we were dying. And from that moment on, we knew that our sense of humor was equally dark and the same. And we were just like, well, you're my best friend now.
You can't not be friends with someone if you share a laugh like that with them afterward. It's all-time moments. It's absolutely fantastic. Frank, do we have any voicemails? Speaking of good luck.
Voicemails! Ahoy, hoy!
What the fuck?
That was the dude from The Simpsons.
Hey guys, this is just
is that where Frank's thing comes from?
a question aside from MMA, just to get our minds off of this a little bit.
Okay.
One question: if you had to get rid of 2 limbs, what would they be? Would they be both hands, both feet? Would they be 1 and 1? And let me hear what you guys think. I know one of you guys is left-handed, I believe. So, would you get rid of that left hand? Let me know. Thanks.
Ambidextrous.
I'm going 1 and 1.
100%.
I'm probably going 1 on 1, and you obviously can get a prosthetic.
Prosthetic on the other.
Ooh, I might go both feet and get prosthetics for the feet. Like, the hands you really need.
You could sit.
You don't need a leg?
Yeah.
No. I thought you were saying feet. Yeah, I got to lose the whole leg.
Any limb.
Limb.
So do I got to lose the whole arm?
Or leg, yeah.
Oh, I might go double arm then and get full-on prosthetics.
You're just
become the
Jax from
machine.
fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I love how you're insinuating like living with prosthetics is just like easy street.
Yeah. I'm going 1 and 1. I just want to keep one.
Which prosthetic is easier to live with?
I see.
The feet I could have done.
No, it's a
Full
whole
legs? Nah. I'm going double arm. Yeah, call me. I'm gonna be like a fucking robot.
You're keeping the
legs. I'm gonna put the robot flex emoji to good use.
I'll go 1 and 1 for sure.
Hi, this is Cruz in
What's up,
Albuquerque.
What's up, Cruz?
In LA.
Albuquerque.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
So first off, I'd like to thank the women that have called in since my last call. Just saying hello
Shout out.
and letting me know that other women are out there too. I appreciate that.
Shout out.
And also, I wanted to call about your guys' list from last week.
Okay.
The top pound for pound nicknames, whatever it was.
Nicknames.
Not too many women were mentioned.
Good point.
So yes, I'm going there.
Karate Hottie. I didn't
Although the Karate Hottie, one of our faves here in Albuquerque, she was brought up, so that's cool. But a couple of others, the Happy Warrior, that was a cool name, right?
Man.
Thug Rose, who doesn't love Thug Rose?
I didn't.
12 Gauge Page, that's kind of
Oh, yeah,
clever.
12 gauge is a good one.
Boogie Woman, I don't know, maybe. Bullet Valentina.
Lioness.
Yeah, that was cool. Overkill Hill. I always like that one.
Shout out, fighting
and
this
then,
weekend.
of course, number 1 for me, because I'm here, and also she's
Your
amazing. The Preacher's Daughter.
Shout out. That is a
Just
good
very
name.
wholesome, and
Fitting.
yeah, Holly. But also I wanted to mention, who knew Girlrilla? Really? Girlrilla. Liz
Liz
Kermouche.
Carmouche.
I didn't know that, so that was new for me. So
Also fighting soon.
you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the time you give us, and yeah, have a great day.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Cruz.
What a call. More women. We appreciate it.
What's up, boys? It's JD from BC here.
What's up, JD from BC?
So I appreciate you answering my question last week. For the record, I think getting rid of Harry Potter is the only right answer.
No.
It's just not for me. But so I was thinking, Rick, you've been around forever, right? I mean, you're pretty much a staple in the game. And,
Call me old.
you know, you and your plain black tees are pretty synonymous. You and May Hour going all the way back. So I was wondering, what would you say sticks out to you the most from all of your experiences alongside Ariel? Was it maybe first time you got to host when Ariel had his kid? Maybe was it when Mayhem came in there and had his freak out, or was it any of the awkward times where foot in his mouth and just kind of leaves the in-studio guests just sitting there wondering how to even respond? Anyway, appreciate the work you guys are doing. GC, Frank, feel free to also pitch in and let us know, because, I mean, you guys are part of the team too. And, I mean, even Pizzi, if he's kicking around. Anyway, thanks. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, JD.
I gotta be honest, I've been doing it so long that there's not like, it's kind of just felt like a constant, if that makes sense. Like it's like almost like hard to pick out individual moments. Although I will say, I almost feel like this is the best opportunity to do this. I felt like yesterday was one of the best shows we've ever done. And I thought Ariel was obviously super on point, but the conversation with Dricus was incredible and obviously led to so many moments that we kind of called out today. The conversation with Keyshawn Davis was like almost like inspiring to me, like the way that he handled the conversation, especially with the backstory of like him approaching Ariel saying, I want to do it, flying in by himself, no PR person, steps up to the plate, takes accountability, walks out head held high. That was incredible. And obviously, I don't think like many people can navigate that as well as Ariel had done that. So Ariel and Keyshawn. And then Paul Heyman and Ariel chopping it up for nearly 2 hours. Like Ariel is the best at this. And this whole journey for me started with emailing him because I wanted to work with him because of what I knew about him and what his skills were. And I've never been disappointed by that. I think he's the best in the game. And so it's hard to pick out individual moments, but days like yesterday are the ones that I look back and go like, fuck, this guy is on the level.
Yeah, you kind of walk out on a high. You're like, oh man, I can't believe we get to do this for work.
It's fun.
For me, I'll never forget the McGregor in studio day in 2023. Just the whole saga of like getting the call the night before and it being like, oh, yo, he's at the Rangers game. I just talked to him. Like, I think he's going to come in studio. And it's like, what? And then like the morning, it's like, nah, it's not going to happen. And then we're about to go on air and it's like, okay, it might happen. Like, stay by the phone. They might call you and they're going to pull up and then it's not going to happen. And then as we're getting ready to end the show, it's like, okay, it might happen. Like, we're just going to hang around at the studio for a few hours. And then we're hanging out at the studio. I think you like started driving in.
I was coming in, yeah.
And like we're sitting there having dinner. Like we were just like on standby, sitting there having dinner. And then like Ariel's just like, oh, fuck, he's going to be here in 10 minutes. And I was like, what? It was like the alarms were sounding. Like he's going. We're like, we need a graphic. We need a thumbnail. Like I'm like ripping a thumbnail. Ariel's like, you got to go down and get him. I was like, oh, fuck, I got to go downstairs and get Conor McGregor. Like, and like I go down and like we had to like negotiate with the security at Vox. I was like, yo, there's a big name dude coming and like we can't check everybody in. He's going to have a team of 20 people. We don't have time to check everyone in. And they eventually like wilted to us once we told them who it was and everything. And then like I go down, 2 dudes in suits pull in, like Secret Service. They're like looking around the area. And I was like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, I'm with the MMA Hour. And they're just like, Conor will be here in 3 minutes. I was just like, all right. And then they just walk out. And then like 4 giant SUVs pull up. Bunch of dudes get out, seize part. And then there's McGregor in a suit walking through. And he's like, what's up, lad? I'm Conor. And I was just like, I'm also Conor. And then it was just a whirlwind. They did the interview. And then it was just like, I remember like after he left, I was like sitting there and I was just like, me and Ariel were like, man, that went by quick, dude. That was just like a tornado. Like he literally, as soon as he was there, he was also gone. That was one where I left and I was like, holy fuck, that was crazy.
Yeah.
We had already done a full show that day as well. That's one that definitely sticks out to me for sure.
Yeah. Frank, anything?
I remember the time that, I think it was for Halloween that Conor dressed up as a pterodactyl. And, like, we threw it together last minute and we had a tech issue. And
I lost audio.
But then as far as
I was in a studio by myself and like I could hear y'all and then y'all threw to me and then I couldn't hear anything. And I'm just like,
oh, fuck.
Okay, guys, can't hear anything.
As far as awkward, because it's not even my story to tell, though, Conor, you could do it as the squeaky shoes with
oh my
just
God.
Briefly.
Yeah. So Kayla Harrison's coming in studio before the 2022 PFL Championship. She's like dog tired. Like she's been running around with her kids. She was at Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, like the balloon blow up thing. She's just like, she's acknowledging how tired we are. And so there was a miscommunication. Vox had 2 floors. I went to the wrong floor. She's upstairs waiting. I go up. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry for making you wait. Like, well, I'll take you down right now. And she's just like, yeah, no worries. Like, it's all good. I was just like, busy week. She's like, oh, so busy. I'm super tired. Like, I'm beat. I was just like, okay, cool. Like, you can kind of get the feel when someone's just like, just don't really want to talk right now, man. Like, it's all good. And so long walk down to the studios at the MMA Hour, and I have a pair of Nikes on, and it is just like squeaking like hell. And like, it's just me and Kayla walking down the hallway, and it's just like, every step that I'm taking. So, and I'm just like, so like Thanksgiving's the next day. I'm just like, big plans for Thanksgiving? She's just like, yeah, I'm just going to eat with the kids. And it's just like, I'm just like, anything else? Like, it's just like dead silent.
Was Frank there for this?
I heard
No,
about
but
it,
like I got
I
there
also
and
had
I
the
was
squeaky
just like,
shoes on that floor. So
Okay.
yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. Yeah, me going to the wrong floor and then the squeaking shoes.
This gave me a second to think. Like Paulo Costa cut my hair on the show. That was a pretty
that was amazing.
fascinating one. I did host. I'm always thankful to Ariel for letting me sit in that chair. I was the first one to kind of like sit in that chair other than him. That was significant to me and meant a lot. And so, yeah, there's been great moments.
Cooking with Volk.
There's
Cooking with
so
Volk
many
came together
like,
at like the last minute. Like we had to get an air fryer and a specific one that he was sponsored by. And it was like literally got it like 10 minutes before he got there. Like I'm like saying what's up to Volk, like getting him from the lobby while holding like this giant air fryer. And yeah, there's been some wild moments. It's been awesome.
We are fortunate. We've had a really good run, and I'm very thankful.
The behind the scenes gets very hectic at times, like real crazy, but those are like the most fun days.
Yeah.
Because when it's over, you're like, man, that was crazy, huh? That was pretty wild.
Totally.
Boys, it's Lee, West Palm Beach, Florida. I was just listening to one of the episodes from this week about the next title shot, RDR versus who's getting the next title shot? Is it going to be RDR or is it going to be the winner of Imavov versus Kyle? And I just wanted to say I 100% agree with New York Rick's point.
Okay.
That
Shocker.
I don't even remember how Kyle fights. Like RDR has literally been putting in work, and although those other two are probably more deserving, like I've been watching RDR, and I'm kind of like I wouldn't mind seeing him fight against Dricus or Khamzat. So that's all I got. Actually running late for work, so I'm gonna let you guys go.
Brother, get to work, man.
Yeah, I'm going RDR.
All right, I like it. I mean, Kyle is 17-1. If he beats Imavov, like he'll be 8-0 in the UFC.
There's so much momentum with RDR right now, man.
Yeah, he hasn't fought in the octagon since August of last year.
That's the problem.
Whole year, man.
That's a major problem. It's a major problem for him. And by the way, I've said this when we were having that conversation. It is not his fault at all. He has been asking for fights. It's not like the guy's just been like sitting around being like, I'm the guy. He has been asking for fights and has not been able to get them, especially because Imavov's one of the only names that really made any sense, and that fight never seemed to come together until finally now. So it is unfortunate. Hopefully he can get a big win and put himself in that position, or Imavov can get a big win and he seems inevitable for the title shot. So we'll see. But I think RDR's got some juice right now.
What's up, boys in the back? It's Olin, a.k.a. MMA Anomaly. I can't tell you how excited I am for you guys to have Ben the Bane Davis, the living legend, on the show right now.
Let's go.
And this question's for him. I just wanted to ask, if and when he comes back to win another season of the challenge, if he could hand pick, A, the country they go to compete for that season, and B, his partner for that season, any new threat, any old vet, who's been the Bane Davis taken to the end? Let's go, boys.
Okay, MMA Anomaly is the absolute man. Met him in Vegas during International Fight Week. Has the energy of like a Tasmanian devil.
This trip.
Oh, yeah. You were somewhere. They were asking for you as well. Came up, couldn't have been a nicer guy. Energy on 10. He was with Sav Jelly and all them.
Yeah, I didn't see Sav Jelly.
Who makes the Tom Aspinall doll.
Yeah,
they were all gallivanting around Las Vegas, enjoying International Fight Week. So, yes, shout out to MMA Anomaly. They were all outfitted with like MMA Anomaly merch. It was good shit.
Somebody clip that out, post it, tag Ben, and get his response.
As a guy that knows Ben, I feel like he'd want... I don't know.
I feel like you don't know enough about the challenge.
Yeah, I don't know about the challenge.
Boys in the bag, what it do? It's Hayden again from North Carolina. Shout out. I was calling about the UFC's Glamour division because last I checked, that shit should have been flyweight. At least as far back as like, you know, DC was champ, because the heavyweight hasn't been shit since then. And it's frankly been just horrible. Meanwhile, flyweight gives the fans what they want. Everybody loses their goddamn minds. All they got to do is stop calling heavyweight Glamour. Just start saying that that's the flyweight division or something else. Like it's got to be something other than heavyweight, because at this point we're looking at like it's worse than women's featherweight.
Wow,
Also,
that's
when are we going to
definitely
get Boys in the Back more than once a week? I'm tired of having to wait till Thursday to hear you guys. You guys have the best content on this channel by far. You guys even have proven that you can interview, and I love the segments that you guys do. Hilarious, great stuff. Keep it up.
We really, really appreciate
Guy's a
that.
D1 Glazer, right?
Very, very appreciative of those comments. But you need scarcity with us. You don't want more than one show a week with us.
Yeah.
You'll get tired of us
Don't
fast.
get
I can promise you
overexposed.
that. In reality, the glamour division of the UFC is 155, and
It's
I
always
think it has
lightweight.
been for years now.
Forever.
Heavyweight being the glamour is just they're the biggest, they're the baddest, there's the most knockouts.
Well, there
That
was a
is the
time where it
good.
was solid.
Yeah.
That time is long
Well, like even in
past.
boxing, like it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're most likely to see a knockout. It's the biggest guys. You can't get any bigger than this. Like they're going to be able to beat anybody up. That's why they get
They're
the glamour.
literally the larger than life athletes, right? Like they are the ones that, like, when you look at, you're like, holy shit, that's a specimen.
Anthony Joshua knocking out Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. This is a very pro flyweight show, though.
Oh, very, very pro. If
Let it
it's
be
not
known.
155, it might be 125.
Let it be
because
known.
We absolutely love flyweight.
We love the flyweights.
They are the best.
What's up, boys?
What's up, bro?
Jacob from Denver.
Shout out
So
Denver.
I was just thinking, like Bruce Buffer doing the intros is like the one and the only, right? We got Connor, John Jones, and now we got Alex, right? But since Alex lost his last fight, and it was the first time that Bruce introduced him as the one and the only, do you think that Bruce takes that back now?
Yeah.
Because he's like not the champion, and like he just lost in his last fight, and he hasn't been like using it on him forever? Or does Alex still get to keep the one and the only when he gets introduced against Magomed at UFC 320?
Feels
So
like
yeah, just give me your thoughts on that, and shout out Frank.
Shout out Frank.
I want to know, Frank, have you ever played Firewatch? All right, love you, boys. Peace.
Love you, bro. Yeah, have you played it, Frank?
I haven't played it. I think I have it in my Steam library, but I haven't gotten around to playing it.
Shout out to Steam. Good shit, man. Good shit. Yeah, I feel like it would be kind of bandwagon-esque of Bruce Buffer if he changed it back.
The only test case we have is Connor, right? Connor was somebody who had lost because John Jones obviously has not lost, so you don't really have an opportunity to see what the reaction is, and Connor is still the one and only. Now, then it becomes a question of, is Alex in the territory of Connor where you get it no matter what forever? I don't know, but we're going to find out.
I think for the run that he went on, you can call him the one, the only.
I agree
for who he is, Poetan, for what he did for the sport in 2024, I think he can be the one, the only.
Hey, what's up, boys in the back? This is
up, bro?
Leviticus Appleton in Savannah, Georgia.
That's a real name. That's a badass
Man,
name.
I've been listening to you guys, and
Savannah.
I've been
Shout out.
listening to Ariel Helwani for over 10 years. But I recently stopped watching UFC, and I only engage with it via commentary. I want to know how rare that is,
It's got to be pretty rare.
in y'all's opinion, because I know we don't have the data to figure it out. But
Leviticus is crazy.
yeah, I don't watch UFC. I find out about fights through listening to you guys and Ariel, and I'm gonna call back. I'm gonna try again. This is terrible.
No, that was fine. We got
That was
the
fine.
question. It has to be rare, man.
I
Like, used to be obsessed with the NBA, and now I don't watch it essentially at all. And I would never listen to an NBA podcast now.
I consume wrestling this way. I don't watch wrestling. I listen to wrestling podcasts to consume it. I feel like this is happening more and more. Somebody was telling me recently that they did the same thing.
That's crazy.
That they consume MMA through like doing this, and I do feel like there's like with WWE, the stories are so much more the part of it, right? Like with the NFL, it's like, yeah, there's some drama, but really you want to watch football. That's the thing. With WWE, I feel like there's a removal, right? I'm more interested in the business of wrestling. I'm more interested in the storylines. I'm more interested in this thing. So I don't necessarily need to watch wrestling for that. I can kind of like hear people talking about it and keep up with it. For MMA, I do think it skews still more toward NFL, where it's like, if you don't watch the fights, what do you care about like hearing about Khamzat versus this person? So I would say that's probably pretty unique, but I do myself do it in a certain capacity when it comes to wrestling.
Boys in the bag.
What's up, bro?
I don't know. How are you guys? This is a first-time caller.
He said, "What's up, bro?" And he
Long-time
said, "I don't know."
listener. Hamid Parsa. And people around here call me Hammer.
Hammer.
Anyway, this is awkward. Anyway, guys, just want to say that this show went from my favorite MMA thing to listen to my favorite thing to listen to, period.
Oh, wow.
I love what you guys are doing.
Nah, Hammer knows.
Connor,
Hammer knows.
what I see in you is what I see, like in journalism, is what we see in Ilya Taporia as an MMA guy.
You're the Ilya Taporia
That's how
of
much
MMA
we think
journalism.
you're gonna go far.
Wow.
We
wow.
as
What
just like
a statement.
everybody collectively thinks that. Anyway, just a question. Would you rather to have the best skill as an MMA fighter, but with the worst chin, or moderate skills with the greatest chin ever? Thank you, guys. Bye.
First of all, I mean, how about you being El Matador
I can't
of
believe
MMA journalism?
I can't believe that. That's the highest compliment anyone's paid me. I thought we were going to go the exact opposite. I thought we were going to say, this used to be my favorite program. Now I fucking hate you guys. Instead,
and Connor, you're
now
a
it's
piece
the
of
number
shit. But instead, he's like, you're the fucking man.
Unbelievable. That was incredibly nice of him. Don't think I agree, but that is very nice regardless.
Would you rather be Luke Rockhold, where you are just like A+ skills, but you can't really take the damage, or moderate, but you can take a wallop?
Moderate and take a wallop, because then like you would gain a ton of fans through that.
Yeah, being a tough guy, I probably do the same. But God, when you're on and you look fucking pretty when you're flowing and they can't touch your chin, that first option looks pretty damn good.
It looks really cool. Someone said in the chat, GC Optoro. This is so funny because when we were leaving the Katie Taylor fight, people were outside MSG and they were like, bup, 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 bup. And they were like, Ilya Toptoro, or Lilia Toptoro, the McGregor meme, obviously. So good, man.
Oh, fuck.
Boys in the back, Don Davis, I got some big news to report, to break on the show today. So, Frank, hit it. All right, I think you would have done that. Breaking news. Artem Lobov, yes, the Russian Hammer, a.k.a. the GOAT, is making his PFL debut on October 3rd at 165 pounds. You heard it here first.
We heard it here first, Donnie. Thank you, brother.
As I'm saying that, it has been officially reported by MMA Fighting. So, nearly breaking news. Okay, you want some breaking news? Coach Man's looking at me saying, don't do it. Breaking news. This is real. Hit it. You don't need to hit it again, Frank. We're still in the breaking news segment. Martin Buday, yes, that Martin Buday is coming to the PFL. So we haven't matched him up yet, but
is that actually breaking news? We don't know.
And,
I don't know if that's true. So
we're getting our sponsors ducks in a row to be able to pay the man his money. Excited for that.
This is the first one where it's like, I actually don't know if this is.
I understand Rick really liked the walking simulator. I was trying to think of what other games have I played that are in that sort of play style. And how could I have forgotten? It's technically a game. Silent Hill PT. The initials stand for Playable Teaser. It was an interactive teaser for the video game Silent Hills, which was canceled. It was an installment in the Silent Hill series. So normally there would be a video, an image, as a teaser for an upcoming game. But no, this time they went with Kojima Productions. They created a video game to tease this upcoming video game, which, since has been canceled and PT has been taken off the PlayStation Store. But the gameplay is a loop. All you're doing is walking through a terrifying horror-style hallway in a home. And the only way you can control the character is by walking or looking. So you got to solve these puzzles. You got to dodge these ghosts. It is absolutely terrifying. I encourage you to look it up on YouTube and give it a go. So that's going to be it. Enjoy the breaking news. Thanks. See you guys next time.
Double D, man.
Thanks, Double
Shout
D,
out
man.
Double D.
Absolute legend. Absolute legend that guy is.
I
Martin
mean,
Budai going to
if
the
he
PFL.
signs into PFL, that would be something.
Yeah, I mean, you heard it here first. If he actually signs,
If he actually signed with the PFL, would they have to credit this show for the breaking news?
Yes, they would. Yes, they absolutely would.
What's up, boys in the back? John Olive here, calling from Longmont, Colorado.
Yeah, what's up, John?
Hope you guys have been having a great show.
Yeah, it's like a
Thank you
weird,
guys for
like,
putting on such
tinny,
a
but
great
still
show
clear.
alongside Ariel each and every single day.
Appreciate you, man.
My
I just
question
did
is
the
for
Ariel.
Frank.
Ariel does this when he's talking
And
to Frank
that
about
is-
sound. He's like, it's like
I'm simply wondering what the story behind Frank being mysterious is. Has this always been a thing? Did he accept the role knowing that he just never wanted to be on camera, so on and so forth? Are you simply one of those people that just likes being mysterious online for some reason? Like, it's not that serious in my opinion, but at this point, it's your gimmick. So keep on going along with it. Yeah, that's basically all I'm wondering. Hope you guys continue to have a great show. Wish you guys nothing but the best in life. Each and every single one of you guys are awesome. And yeah, deuces.
You're the man.
Thank
What a great message, Johnny Olive, my guy. So he wants to know the lore, Frank. Are you going to tell him?
Yeah, I mean,
You're
I
just
think I've said it a couple times. but
Indescribably ugly.
yeah, it's just the disfigurement after the chemical burn. Anyway, no, in all reality, I started on the MMA Hour with Ariel. Sometimes I needed to communicate with him directly to his headphones. And he, for some reason, is the first talent I worked with that had this confusion as to whether or not what I was saying to him in his headphones was going live to air or not. So then I explained to him, no, it is not going live to air. He then asked if it could. I said, sure, it can. He asked me if I was comfortable with that. I said, sure. So then I started communicating with him live on air, and he would refer to me as Frank. And someone wrote in on Twitter, or maybe it was on the nose, like, who is this mysterious Frank that you keep talking to?
Huh.
Because there was no explanation. It was just a voice that started showing up. So then we just rolled with it.
It's the Fantastic Four meme.
But where it got weird.
Ariel read that and was like, say that again?
Exactly.
Who's this mysterious Frank?
But then it got to the point where like we kind of lost the origin of this. So I started to fear that maybe if I got seen, I would be like off the team at this point, because it's like, oh, the gimmick's over, Frank. We don't really need you. You know, there's a dime a dozen audio engineers out there.
Let me be
So then I
extremely
brought this
clear,
up.
Frank. If you are seen, you are fired.
Yeah, see, I figured as much. So then I had the conversation with these three jabronis, and they were like, no, we always thought is that you just didn't want to be seen. I'm like, that's not where this fucking
Okay,
came from.
you say that, but like you're also like insanely defensive. Like I said, like your wife's first name one time, and you were like,
I'm acting the part of being offended by it. But I mean, now
acting the
it's
part
gotten a
behind
lot-
the scenes off the air.
If you say her name one more fucking time. No, all joking aside, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to do the kayfabe. It's all fun and games. When it gets weird, when people are like taking it as a personal challenge to like go find me on the internet and send me pictures of myself, like it's no longer fun when that happens. And like I'm not secretive. Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So
they
anyway,
think they're like, we gotcha,
Yeah,
Frank,
by
and you're just
me-
like, I don't give a fuck, but
it's a
don't do this. It's
nickname.
weird.
Right. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, and thank you for the call.
You say the first initial of Frank's brother's name, and he's like, dude, what the fuck?
You
And
insinuate that they live on the same planet as us. What are you doing?
And then Frank will casually be like, yeah, so I was at Connor's house at 123 Main Street in the city he lives in, postal code XXX8.
The Frank doxing is legendary. The Frank doxing everybody.
Someone's got to do it.
Frank has docked many of us.
Hey, boys in the back. How you doing, guys?
Doing
This
good, man.
is
How about
Noor from Kazakhstan via Naperville. Hopefully you guys remember me. Are you guys planning to
Burrito.
come to Chicago for UFC 319? If you
I
guys
was gonna say
planning
come
to
back.
come, please come to my house. Free staying, free hospitality, free food.
Do we fly out?
Kazakh taste, Kazakh cuisine.
All in Chicago?
Especially for you guys, I'm ready to take a 10 days off.
10 days
From,
off for us?
He's ready to start right
August
now.
13 till August 23rd. Hit me
Oh,
up.
we stay.
If you
We
guys
stay
need
after.
Me, check your DM, Connor, GC. Shout out to you guys. Love your content. Have a wonderful day.
Who would be going to Naperville, Illinois? Someone in the chat, Roger Hines 4062 says Naperville is very comparable to Kazakhstan.
No, don't be disrespectful. Good friend of the show, Tessa Hirsch, is from Naperville. Her family still lives there.
I'm trying to go to Kazakhstan. I don't need to go to Chicago. I am trying to go to Kazakhstan, where I'm really trying to go. And I see She Loves the Gloves in the YouTube chat right now.
Oh, shit, for real?
I'm trying to go to Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to fucking Georgia.
That clip earlier got me thinking.
My proposal to you, and just bear in mind all these ideas that get thrown around, there is no convincing that needs to be given to me on my part. It is everyone else.
You need somebody else to buy
All
in.
I need is one person to go with me.
Yeah.
The idea that I threw out, Georgia, Marab 320, UFC 320. Marab beats Corey Sandhagen. He does his parade in Georgia. Boys in the back fly in. Hinkali, Kachapuri, orange wine out of the horn.
Okay, here's the thing.
I got credit.
Do we say we're doing this, and then we swerve, and we end up in Atlanta, Georgia, and we pretend that we made a mistake, and then we're just in Atlanta, Georgia, and don't go to Georgia?
As much as I would love to do that, I actually want to go to Georgia.
Want to go to Georgia?
I'm trying to pull up to Tbilisi, bro.
Yeah, Tbilisi sounds pretty great.
Boys in the Tbilisi? Drop the T in the S? Boys in the Tbilisi or what?
Fuck. I've got 3 kids. It's so hard, but I don't know.
Lazy Bed says we can hit the hair transplant on the way. All right, so let's fly into Turkey, snag a quick transplant, and then roll on up to Tbilisi.
The lag on the plant.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I'm big on abbreviations. I figured that wasn't the best abbreviation.
The lag on the plant. All right. Thank you, Frank. They save us.
Okay. This is the MMA Panda, guys. What's up? Shout out to Gorgonzola, to Frank and
Shout out to Gorgonzola.
Frank Pick, of course, my fellow Venezuelan, and Leo.
Call the phone and
guys,
then throw it to the back.
I haven't finished listening to fucking Rick talk about
This is one of our worst qualities.
This is terrible.
but already he's with this bullshit.
I'm with the bullshit,
guys. Head to head doesn't determine who's better.
Yes.
I'm with you on this.
So if
Panda.
somebody gets their ass beat up and down and they lose, you mean to tell me that that person is not better than the other person? What are you
Yes.
talking about? What?
Someone says the phone is in the
What do you mean?
trunk.
It's not. What?
Calling Avery 9918 says that plane on the back end did some heavy lifting.
Seriously. Like, seek help, homie. Seek help.
Rick,
All right, I'm
yo,
sweating.
Rick G says bro called on a cup and string phone. Oh,
that was very low quality. Let me just
Panda, I hear you, bro.
No, this is very easy to explain. Does it mean they were better on that night? Certainly. Does it mean they are a better overall fighter? No. As we know, styles make fights. It is significant. It is data. It is something that you have to take into consideration. As an example, would you say that Matt Serra is a better fighter than GSP? Well, no. I mean, he beat him on that night, so certainly Matt Serra is a better fighter than GSP. It is not always the case that a head-to-head win. Now, that, by the way, that is a very extreme example, right? That is the most extreme example you can get. You can say, like, certainly we know that not to be true. But it is fair to say that somebody can be better on that night and not be a better overall fighter, which is why I think that the idea of the rankings that Tapology has come up with that consider your last 6 fights kind of makes sense to me. Now, granted, there will be problems with people saying that that algorithm is not the exact correct one. Certainly understand that as well. But it is a body of work. It is your career is not boiled down to what did you do in your last fight, and therefore head-to-head wins cannot be the only metric. It is a metric, but it cannot be the only metric. So I hope I have explained that to you. I hope I've sufficiently satisfied your curiosity. No, beating somebody does not mean automatically that you're a better fighter than them.
Yo, boys in the back.
What's good, bro?
It's Jimmer. No
Jim.
question this week, but I just wanted to throw a shout out to the boy, Frankie.
Shout out, Frank.
I know it's kind of become a meme on the show just to kind of be a dick to Frank, you know, shit on his list, shit on pretty much everything that he does. But
great list
I
today,
wish
by
it
the
was
way.
a meme on the show.
I feel like it's time to give him some genuine praise because he's the boy. His drops have been fucking hilarious lately.
The drops have been on
I
point.
piss my pants laughing every time he hits James Tahuna. I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's
and the D1 Glazer drop is great, dude. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to give Frank some love for a change. I feel like it's it's all fun and games to make fun of him, but the show wouldn't run without Frankie. He's like the Fred Norris of the show. So yeah, love you, Frankie.
Oh, Ariel would love to hear that. Shout out, Frankie.
Shout out to Frank.
Don't cash that check until Friday, if you don't mind.
Great
Shout
call
out to
by
Frank.
Jimmer.
The drops have been on point. D1 Glazer and James Tahuna, absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to On Air Jordan. Shout out to Andy. Shout out to everyone behind the scenes. None of this happens without one person dropping out. It doesn't happen.
1,000%. Super well said. And shout out to Jimmer for calling out Frank. But as you said, everybody who works on the show, even down to the people that are not like in this immediate room, control room, the Ben Hefners, the other people the Spencers, everybody who works on this, we love and adore you, and it does not happen without you. The day that Frank was super sick and not talking and just hitting drops was one of the all-time Frank performances. It was elite level
trying
shit.
to tell me something right now?
That you should not talk and only do drops.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
That's correct.
But James Tahuna will live in infamy, man.
D1 Glazer is great because of how jarring it is.
It's so jarring,
loud.
with the beat in the back and the way that he says it. It's so good. But the James Tahuna, I go back and watch that clip on a regular basis. It's so fucking good.
Is James Tahuna? Remember, he asked, "What are some moments from the show?" Is that the one? Is that the one when we're 95 going to be like, "Remember that fucking?"
The
James
funniest
Tahuna?
part about that is in the back. I was dying laughing, and everyone else is kind of like in their own world, like focusing on their work. And I was like, he's not talking about Tyson Pedro, he's talking about Tyson Pedro, not fucking James Tahuna. And like, obviously Ty is just like the fucking joint. And he's like, what are you talking about, dude? And Ariel was so confident. It's just so fucking good, man.
I can hear the exact accent, the exact way he says James Tahuna in my head forever.
So good.
What up, boys? Brett from Nebraska.
What's up, B?
Shout out Zach Taylor.
Oh, shout out to Zach Taylor. I feel like we may have used that one.
Today's the day.
Oh, I hope not. Duplicates?
Students are back.
Bad luck.
Students are back. I'm back at work. I'm dealing with the kids.
Summer's over, bro.
Making a difference or whatever. Yay. Keep teachers in your thoughts and prayers this week, next week, as all of us get back to work. Thanks.
Sounds like he's walking to his death. He's on death row.
That was it. Well, at least your Thunder got a title this year.
Yeah, I mean, we should be celebrating.
It had a big summer. It was the summer of Brett.
You came up short on the list of the athletes, and it sounds like you might have duplicated one. GC just called you out.
Or maybe his wife said Zach Taylor?
Maybe. But, yeah, shout out to all the teachers out there. That is not an easy gig, and it sounded like in the past calls, it sounded like he gets roasted by those kids. So we appreciate you, and salute to all the teachers out there.
Salute, man. I know several now. It's kind of crazy being at this age, but I have many friends that work as teachers, and it is not an easy profession.
What's up, boys in the bag? This is Jordan from Sarasota, Florida.
Hey, shout out to
First time, long time. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everything you guys do. You guys put on a great show every week. Shout out Frank. Your list of MMA nicknames was one of the most absurd things I've ever heard. Shout out GC. Would love to pound some brewskis and hit the Benjamin Bun with you sometime. But I got to say, go Gators. But shout out to Rick, because my question is for you. I'm a huge reality TV fan. I love Survivor. It's one of my favorite shows ever. Seen every episode of every season. And I wanted to get into the challenge. I love the conversation you guys had with Ben last week.
Thank you. That was fun.
But I went to the challenge's Wikipedia page, and that shit is intimidating as fuck. There are 41 seasons, plus 2 or 3 other spin-off shows. So my question is, where do I start watching the challenge? Should I start from season 1, episode 1?
No.
Should I start where TJ starts hosting the show?
No.
Should I jump around to the best seasons? Let me know what you think. You at the top.
What do you think?
Just watch this season. Just watch this season, and if you like it, then you can go back. But I would say just watch the up-to-date stuff. Watch this year.
If you want to get a little more context for it and feel like you can't jump in, I'm a completionist. Like, if I want to do something, it's why I hate the Lord of the Rings so much, because if I have to do it, I'm going to have to do all of it. I would
Literally
start
3 movies.
I would start. Yeah, they're too long, too much walking. If I wanted to start the challenge, I personally would start with episode 1 and watch it all the way through and just dedicate
Real
weeks
World
of my life to
season
do
1,
it.
you said?
No, the challenge season 1.
Road Rules season 1?
No, not those.
But you need the backstory to appreciate.
No,
the
you don't, because the challengers come on and they form their own identities on the show. If you were not willing to dedicate that amount of time, which is completely reasonable, and I would understand, and you probably should not, because it is so much fucking time, as you can see from the Wikipedia page. There are plenty of good lists out there of some of the best seasons of the challenge. Inferno, Fresh Meat, Double Agents was a good one. Dirty 30 was fantastic. There's a lot of like lists of these out there. Go look for some of those. Look for the lists that have like consistency, Gauntlet, Inferno, Fresh Meat, the ones that are consistently on the top list, and watch a few of those. You'll get the prime CT shit. You'll get the prime Johnny Banana shit. You'll get the prime Laurel and Cara Maria and all the character shit. And then watch this one and shout out to Ben the Bane Davis and cheer him on.
Colt 1256 says, bro said start season 1 of a 40-season show, but don't watch 3 movies.
Yeah, because one's good and one's boring.
Oh my god.
Not that much walking in the challenge.
I just can't acknowledge it anymore.
Just action.
I just can't act like it's a real statement.
Pure action.
Hey boys, my back. Sammy here.
Oh, Sammy, what's up from Sweden?
Just watching Hard Knocks at the moment. Buffalo Bills, loving it. What do you guys think if we done a Hard Knocks, if there was a Hard Knocks UFC champions? So you kind of see them train on the day-to-day life. What they get up to. Just follow them into a Hard Knocks version of UFC champions.
It'd be cool, man.
Let me start.
Some guys do it on
Get your thoughts on that, boys. Have a great show.
Thank you, Sammy.
Appreciate you, Sammy.
Before we answer the question, do you still watch Hard Knocks?
No.
Me neither. And I feel like there's certain series that do this like behind the scenes. After the first couple, it becomes so hard to keep the consistency that they inevitably fall off. As an example, haven't watched Embedded in 10 years. Haven't watched Hard Knocks in 10 years. 24/7 like was fantastic, but it did start to fall off. Countdown. These behind the scenes things have like a kind of a shelf life. And I wonder how long this would even go. But I was curious if you're still watching Hard Knocks, because I haven't watched it in forever.
Not only that, you say you haven't watched Embedded in 10 years, but like the thing about Embedded is it comes out the week of, and I'm going to watch the card that Saturday. So I get to see like behind the scenes cool stuff happening throughout the week. And it's a bunch of different fighters that are fighting on the card. So like to me, that's entertaining. And plus it's so digestible. You could sit down on Friday and watch all 5 episodes in like less than an hour. Whereas like, no offense to the Bills. What do I care about the Bills? Like, why do I need to see the intricacies of the Bills? Like, I don't know if it's targeted for their fan.
There was a time where Hard Knocks, no matter who it was,
you used to watch
fucking
it.
must see.
But I guess that was because there was just a lack of that content now.
There was a lack of that content, and also I don't think people knew what to avoid. Like, you didn't know what was going to get you in trouble, and so you just shoot it and be like, holy fuck, this is great content. As an example, that was it Roku or Tubi show that they did with the UFC, where it was like, yo, Aljamain Sterling is getting fucked right
the
here.
Roku show,
And they show it, and now it's like, we'll never do that again. We didn't know those things. Embedded had more shit that was actually like kind of like interesting. Now it's just like all haircuts and all the other dumb shit that they show. If somebody were to truly have a full camp documented and it was like behind the scenes and not like a ton of stuff cut out, I think it'd be fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
Like I would be extremely interested in that. Who would be a fun one? I mean, obviously, Ilya Taporio would be like incredible. Alex Pereira.
Just to see the work that goes into a championship camp would be incredible to watch.
Khamzat, just because the training has to probably be fucking nuts for somebody like him. There's probably quite a few guys I'd like to see, but Khamzat's probably number one for me because I just can't imagine what training sessions are like.
I think Taporio would be one for me. Just like the like professionalism and like how serious he takes it.
Can't go wrong.
Howdy, fellas. It's Charles from Charleston. Just finished up that Paul Heyman interview. Damn, that was epic.
It's fire.
I'm just curious, who is the most compelling individual in combat sports for y'all, pound for pound? Damn, Paul Heyman's up there for me. Good shit. Anyway, cheers.
Paul Heyman's good. Compelling, like, Chael is always
Chael's a great
good
one
to listen to talk to. Eddie Hearn is always very good whenever he gets on the mic. And then any of these just like huge name guys that don't talk that often, Khamzat, Ilya. I guess Ilya talks a decent amount, but like these dudes that aren't in front of the mic a ton is always fascinating to hear from.
I'm trying to think who's my number one at the
moment. Like Gift of Gab, Chael and Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn is
Eddie Hearn is fucking on 24/7.
The brilliance of the Eddie Hearn, Paul Heyman. When Paul Heyman sits down, you know what you kind of like know what you're in for, right? You know that like he's going to take you on a journey. He's an incredible storyteller. What he's able to weave together, and we saw that with him with Ariel yesterday. You kind of know like, okay, this guy's about to go some places, some a little bit real, some a little bit kayfabe, but he's going to take you on this like long journey and explain something to you, and you're just going to get invested. The brilliance of Eddie Hearn is almost like the opposite, which is like, ask him anything, and in 30 seconds, he's going to be able to like get you to believe what he's going to say, but it's not going to be like very complicated. It's going to be this like quick kind of answer, and he's just so charming. He gets you. There's like so many like different dynamic personalities. Chael Sonnen is maybe more of that like Paul Heyman storyteller. Who is the one that like I'm just completely compelled by at the moment?
Okay, sneaky guys. Craig Jones, love interviews with him. Aspinall, because when
Tom is really good.
When Aspinall speaks, he's saying something.
Yeah.
He's not coming on to just be like, yeah, I'm doing good, man. Had eggs for breakfast. Like, he's coming on to
He's also
like,
vulnerable.
He's vulnerable, and he's going to say something that has implications on the world of MMA.
God, I'd love if Ariel answered this question. Who's like the guy that you can't wait to talk to?
Justin Poirier, I love
Poirier's
hearing
great.
from.
Tom might be my answer right now, honestly. Because he has such a fascinating story. There's so much to talk to him about, but he still has that level of vulnerability that you need to maintain. Because when you start to feel like you can't penetrate that defense, you don't get real answers out of people. And Tom is still kind of like an open wound. Tom like tells it how it is, and you can kind of feel that coming through. He's probably my answer at the moment.
Conor Benn's pretty good on the mic.
Conor Ben and Eubank together is like the
Eubank's also.
You know what? Yeah. Those are probably the guys. Shout out Clarissa Shields.
That is all of them.
All right. Any super chats, Frankie? Also, thank you to everyone for sending in voicemails. We absolutely love
Yeah, please. This was a really good one today. Like,
this has been a fun show, man. This has been a fun show. For an Apex card, I've had a blast.
Sorry I'm late, guys. Appreciate you all.
Appreciate you, Josh C. You're the man.
Right on time, baby.
Is Khamzat overlooking DDP by eyeing next fights?
Shout out to Sammy from Sweden.
It's a question. Yeah,
it's a chance, man. Like, he's talking about he's going to walk through this dude where DDP's giving him all the flowers.
The only thing I'll say is, like you said, right? Is Ilya Topuria looking past his opponents? People ask that, and then he goes out there and does that. Khamzat to this point has been able to always do it. So it's kind of like you don't know until you know. I don't know, but I'm interested to find out. And DDP will make him pay if he is.
I'm loving the challenge. Never watched before this season. Will you do a watch along for the finale with Ben?
9 p.m. on a Wednesday or whatever the fuck. Maybe we have him on. I don't know. We'll
have
figure
him on
it out.
afterward.
We'll
I don't know
figure
if people are going to love a challenge watch.
Yeah. Especially if Bane is, I mean, we know that Bane is going to be in the championship, but in the off chance that he is not on the finale, it'd be kind of awkward.
If MTV will let us use the broadcast within the stream, then we'll do it.
The Helwani vision?
Yeah.
If the UFC switches to PLEs, what happens to fighters' pay-per-view points?
It's a very interesting question.
If the UFC switches to PLEs, what happens to fighters' pay-per-view points?
Did he send it twice?
Yeah, he says it twice in the same.
Oh, he says it twice. Okay.
It's a very interesting question. I guess you use the model of WWE. What might happen is maybe the fighters will get paid more. Maybe the fighters will like if you can't tell Conor McGregor, hey, we're going to pay you the same amount, but there's no pay-per-view points. You couldn't possibly do that because he knows how much he can make on pay-per-view. You might have to just renegotiate deals after that point and just be like, yeah, I'm going to. Now, the only fighters that get pay-per-view points is the champions. Or like an exception like a Conor McGregor. You're not really dealing with a lot of people. So most of the contracts don't really get affected, don't need to be renegotiated. You may just have to pay the top stars a little bit more upfront to offset what they would have made on pay-per-view. But most of the champions aren't like benefiting hugely from this profit sharing on the pay-per-views because as we talked about earlier today, the pay-per-views are down. And the number of pay-per-views that are making like massive money is not as high as it once was. But it's a very accurate and interesting question.
They will figure it out, though.
They would have to figure it out. And they would.
Who's your top 5 to become 3-division champion in the UFC?
Oh, shit.
It's tough to make a top 5. I like it. Let's see a real double champ these days. Like, I guess Ilya is that.
Ilya would have been. Islam, if he can pull it off, would 100% have been.
Triple champion? Khamzat has the potential to, because of where he's at 185, being able to go down to 170 and being able to go up to 205.
I feel like it's easiest at the lower weight classes because the gaps between weights are smaller. So, like, a guy like Ilya, if he could have gotten down to 35, which it doesn't seem like he could have, that would have made more sense. Is Merab able to do like 125, 145? If he could, Merab would be a pretty good answer.
All right, let's go Merab. And these are all pipe dreams.
These are all just
becoming a triple champ.
fantasy.
It's like near impossible. Ilya, you'd have to put him on the list.
Khamzat,
Merab, Ilya. Islam, but he couldn't go up to 185.
Ali and others been talking about it as if it's real.
All right, I'll begrudgingly put the finger for Islam. And then, Dricus can't go down to 170.
Yeah, Dricus would be hard. That's the thing. It's hard at the higher.
And then just fifth, Alex Pereira does one last trip down to 185 and then goes up to heavyweight.
Oh yeah, no. He wouldn't. No, let's just consider triple champ getting 3 belts. You don't have to necessarily get it at the same time.
Oh, then I would put Alex Pereira 1. Just
Alex for sure, because he just needs to get heavyweight. Yeah, that. And then those others.
I would go Alex, Ilya, Khamzat, Merab, Islam.
Something like that makes sense. Yeah,
there's the 5.
Yeah,
best guess.
It's hard. It is fucking it seems downright impossible. Yeah.
If someone successfully does it, it will be the most impressive thing we've seen in MMA.
New York Rick, thank you for watching my video on the curse of the legendary Polish power. I think I'm onto something.
Shout out to Hanashi.
Shout out to Hanashi.
He tweeted me earlier today. He did a unsolved mysteries, investigative breakdown, talking about the hangman rope that Jan Blachowicz has talked about that has given him the legendary Polish power.
Yeah.
It was very well produced, as Hanashi's videos all tend to be. Shout out to you. I'll retweet that later so that other people can see it as well. So it'll be on my X. But yeah, shout out to you.
That was the last one.
Thought you were going to say something, so I got a mouthful of water there. Almost choked on it. Almost went down the wrong.
You all right, man? You good?
We would have really had something ugly on our hands.
I'm so sorry.
All right, that's it for today's episode of the Boys of the Bag.
Damn, they hit that.
Shout out. Thank you so much to everyone who called in and left voicemails and super chats. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys. UFC Apex 109 this weekend, and then next weekend.
Woo!
The big one.
Chills.
The big
Chills
one.
already.
Khamzat versus DDP, UFC 319. We'll break that down all in depth next week. Tomorrow, watch the crack. PT will take you into the weekend, and then Monday, we're right back at it, week after week after week. But that'll do it for us here. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Drop a like.